'cause we're here, that they took us somewhere. So what they say we're called, falling out of line. They don't know the two of us are colorblind, yeah.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys, to another stream. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful, beautiful day. Let me get that same song up and running again, because that actually sounded kind of good. I'm not gonna lie. That actually sounded kind of good. I like the beat and all that. How you boys all doing? Welcome, boys. It is Tuesday. It is somewhat of a chest opening day. I say somewhat because, boys, I've been knee deep into Shadowlands, dude. Getting for a full body dip at this point. And I didn't get all my keys done. So there's some tunes that are regular that are just not going to have a chest for the day. So we'll still open that, and I think we'll just go back to Shadowlands. Either way, how you boys all doing? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you always are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Let me get the music back up and running. I kind of like the beats. I like it. I like it. I actually really like it. How y'all doing? Who do we got in chat? We got ourselves the boys. We got ourselves Macus, Thomas, Villain. We got ourselves Cran. How you doing, beautiful? We got ourselves Jeremy, Macus, Matukes, my boy. What's up, Robert? How you doing, man? We got Amir, Lighthouse, Wook. We got ourselves FG, Sweetie, Pilgrim. We got ourselves Amir. How you doing, boys? What's up, boys? O'Connor, what is it? Torsic? Torsic? Is that how you say it? You got Samer in here as well. What's up, Falk? How you doing, man? Laura, how's it going, fam? Hope you're having a good one. Hey, Dalaran. Dalaran ran away. We got ourselves the boys in here. Hope all of you are having a good one. What's up? How you doing, fam? What's up, Dr. Mike Kask? How you doing, my dude? Hope all of you are having a good one. Hope all of you are having a great Tuesday. Hope all of you guys in BFA getting some good out of your boxes for today. What's up, Mike? How you doing? What's up, Blaze? How you doing, my man? Alrighty. I think at this time, we're gonna log on to BFA for just a moment just to see if we have any chests for the day. I didn't do a chest to my rogue. That's how bad it is, boys. I told you, I didn't do a lot of chests. I didn't even get them done on my main rogue, but we got a good piece of gear from Horrific Visions. I'll show you guys what I got. I did a 5-mask run earlier, and I think I might do 4-mask runs before. I'll try to do some before the raid so I can start buying gem slots. because I have some endgame gear at max atom level. I can put some gems on those things. But let's see what alts have even done a key this week, man. Let's just start. Oh wait, I gotta switch it because it doesn't recognize that the BFA itself, the retail WoW and Shadowlands, don't recognize each other as the same WoW. So let's talk him a rogue to see who even did a key this week, dude, because I don't think all of them did a key. Not rogue, didn't do a key on rogue, but I got a really good piece of gear on my rogue, boys. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me at him. It is, oh yup, big old ooze of blood. Blood ooze, boys. Ooze and blood. Gushing wounds. We got that on our rogue, which is based on haste, so we can get a proc in basically all the time. And we got us a heavy crit build going on. Actually using Spyglass now at 474 equipped. And we're also using this one, which we got from last week, which is a head cracker of supplication. It's a higher item level weapon. It gives us extra haste based on all sources, and we have a big old Briggs build where we gain a lot of haste. And look how much haste we can get at 10 stacks. Okay, how many stacks is that? 5. Hold on. 6, 7, 8, 9. With 10 stacks, we got over 5,000 extra haste at a 96, dude. Flipping to 69. Nice. In terms of the amount of haste we have and the fat amount of crit we got going on. Ooh! Is it good now? It's actually really good. Honestly, holy shit, dude. The amount of stats we have with this dude, I think it's close to BIS. How good is this, though? How good is this? What if we go to WoW Prog and we were to update our rogue, right? Like, sims on WoW Progress aren't perfect. They're not reliable either. However, this is where our rogue was prior. So this is where we're at 9K, 90K in sims. How big could we go? Because this is 10. But if we were to find our rogue, right? How do we do that? Character. Wait, we just did this, right? Okay. Update progress and gear. Updating. And we'll update the sim and we'll see where we go up to, boys, okay? With this new build, with this new setup. Dalaran, my man. What's up, Bath? How you doing, dude? I like the way you wrote that out. We gotta update the sims really quick. We'll see where it's at. I've seen 480. Has anyone seen a 480? 480 is really hard to get. You need to have gear from the last 2 bosses of Neolotha to really get 480 item level. Character, sim DPS, US, rogue. How do we do? We climbed a couple points, actually. What is this guy running? Now, is he just running like a big corruption build? Is this guy cheesing? Is this man here cheesing, or does he have a real build? Well, let's see. Does he have a real build, or he's cheesing? Okay, he has 323 corruption. That's why he's looking like he has the highest spot as outlaw. Because this man just put on every piece of gear with corruption just so he can get the cheese on the charts. Disqualify this man. What does he have? Mindflay here. Mindflay here. TD here. No corruption there. Stars here at rank 3. Another rank 3 stars. On a 442, 445, then no TD. I could do the same thing. He has Ujin Harass heroic, not even mythic, and a star. I could do the same thing, just put on every single corruption. You're kidding me, right? Come on, dude. I have an actual class. Actual class. How many of these guys are cheesing, actually? I'm not even gonna check. Let's see this guy up here with a sass. I want to see if he is cheesing. If he is cheesing, then 2 top people are cheesing. That means we can discount all of them. He is not cheesing. That's actually not cheese. I think it's legit. Crit. Stars at rank, what, 2, 3? 2. Then stars rank 4 overall. Extra crit. And he cleansed this. So this man is not cheesing. That's actual score. Well, there it is, boys. Let's see what alls do I even have for this week that did a key. It doesn't tell me what alts. I guess I gotta log on all of them. I guess, does anybody remember what characters we did our keys on from last week? I guess I gotta log on all of them to see what keys we even did last week or not, boys. But yeah, those sims are not perfect. It's with corruptions and whatnot. But it's kind of fun just to see what kind of numbers I can have in sims. I don't think that the sims in WoW Progress are fair either. I don't think they're real. I think they're a little fudged too. So they're not proper, but it still was cool just to be on number 1 for a bit. You know what I mean? It's just kind of fun. Did this guy do okay this week? He did not. So Demon Hunter didn't do okay. I literally don't remember what alts have done okay this week or haven't. So we'll just go through all of them, man. Dika looking like a snack in Shadowlands. All the specs have gotten some stuff. And your Blood and Holy, really happy? Yeah. I think Frost is going to have a couple more changes before we are done with. Didn't do a kill this guy. Frost is going to have a couple more changes before we're done with. I think certain abilities could be taken off GCD. Talents could be revised a little. And damage numbers could be changed up. And animations for Obliterate. It'd be nice to go for a big two-hander animation too. But yeah, I think that's not finished. But if you're on Holy or Blood, yeah, you got quite a lot. And apparently the Covenant ability, the first one with Kyrian, is actually really solid too. Apparently that's really fun to play with, so... I completed the dungeon 15 or higher except Freehold. Me and the boys haven't gotten very... What? Freehold is the easiest one, Arthur! You better get it done this week. What affixes are this week? What are the affixes this week? Bolstering, Skittish. You guys can do it in 45. Easy. Freehold, pff, easy. Did my hunter do a key? Did any of my alts do a key this week at all? I think none of them done. Oh, last week, I guess. How do you have so many 120s? Leveled. A lot. A lot of leveling. Okay. I'm just gonna keep in BM. I was on BM just to compare numbers of abilities and damage. Not damage, but numbers. In terms of like what's new, what's not in the Shadowlands. Did anyone else get a key done? It is 17 freehold pretty easy. Yeah, 17 is easy, dude. Freehold is really easy. I think 20 freeholds is what, like, if you're doing keys regularly and you're serious about them, 20 is what you should be able to do this week. Without sweating. Okay, didn't do a key on this guy. Did I do a key on any of my tunes at all this last week? Any? At all. Any. I'm starting to feel like we didn't. Size of Jailer in Shadowlands? I've seen the size of Jailer. Is that real? Is it supposed to be that massive? I don't know, dude. I've seen the joke ones where it's like, there's Rag from Cataclysm with his 2 feet, which is too weird to see. Then there's Nazoth, and there's Jailer, and there's a burger from Wendy's. A double stack Baconator or some shit, right? Hey, I did a kill this character. What do I get? Make it show me in hands. Yeah, I didn't do keys this week on all of my alts at all, dude, except against this guy. This is the only one tune I did even stuff on. I got a haste. That's actually really good because the amount of haste you get from sources, that could actually be really solid. Heal when you then you heal up to 5 injured allies. I'm not gonna use the heal part, but that corruption seems really solid. All right, one more tune. Warlock, Paladin, Mage. Like if those guys don't have a key, we're done. I didn't even do PvP stuff either. You do auction house flipping? Nope. Don't even touch the auction house unless I'm there to buy stuff. I did a 12 on this character. Alrighty. Hi, do you think Shadowlands race will become playable? New races. Do you think new Shadowlands race, like the vent? Oh, not that good. Crit is okay, but it's not that great. Haste would have been amazing. And we got an 8 in neck. Let's go. Yeah, 8 in neck. Okay, dude. You mean like the vent there, the Kyrian? I don't know. I don't think. Maybe. I don't know. Because the idea is they are in this afterlife. Shadowlands is essentially the afterlife of World of Warcraft. Right? Okay, this guy doesn't have one either. So, how would an afterlife like a ghost come back into the living world? Could they? I mean, I think Blizzard could make it happen. I would just want an explanation of how that works, you know what I mean? Or an explanation of how Shadowlands exists. It's maybe like the Emerald Dream. It's like a different plane. But Emerald Dream, I don't think is populated by anybody that's afterlife with Ysera and all them. They don't come back. You know? Well, Cenarian, I guess, can come back. He came back more than once. But he's mostly stuck in the Emerald Dream forever. Is it just like a place? It feels like Emerald Dream is a place you go to rest, but then eventually return. But maybe Shadowlands is like you usually just... You either are born in Shadowlands or you go there after death, but maybe nobody thought about leaving. They're like, I never thought about exiting Shadowlands. But they actually can. Never know. We'll have to soon see. But somebody posted, Cran posted a picture that somebody had on the forums. Maybe it's true, maybe it's false, but it's like they had 4 extra entries added for allied races for Shadowlands somewhere in the files. Didn't say what entries were, but they were like, what if you could be Kyrian and Venthyr vampires, Emildrax's Necrolords, and also the Fae? Maybe like those dudes with the hoofs and the antlers and you know what I mean, right? The fauna. The fawn people. Maybe it could be a fairy. I doubt it though. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, let's get back to Shadowlands because yeah, this is BFA is a dead meme. No, BFA is still a lot of fun. I actually did Visions. That was enjoyable. I did some PvP, World PvP today. One going to the zones for the what? Wait, that doesn't show up? Doesn't show up in Super for some reason? What's up, Michael? Oh my goodness! Yo, Michael, it's 20 bones, dude. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, can we get a hashtag Michael Style? Showing appreciation for the wonderful donor, my man. Appreciate you, my dude. Appreciate you, my man. Yo, that's generous of you. Yo, can we get a hashtag Michael in chat? Showing appreciation for the one. What a boy, dude. What a man right there. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed the Shadowlands updates. Let's get back to Shadowlands though. While we're at it. I also need to see if I can add Tickle on Shadowlands. I have apparently a guy that I do keys with. He's also in Shadowlands, and I didn't know, but he plays healers too and tanks. So I could have had a much easier time doing some dungeons on Shadowlands, dudes. Holy shit. Alright, so as we go back to Shadowlands, what classes did we check? We checked out Paladin. We didn't look at Paladin actually on stream. I just did a video on the Paladin though, so I feel like it's pretty fresh in my mind to explain what it's all about. We did Warrior before. We could take a look at him again, but we did Warrior again. We could do the Warrior and get the Kyrian ability. Shaman, I got the Kyrian ability. Dude, Enhanced, I don't know how I feel about Enhanced right now. It's a little rough around the edges. Like, I want it to be so good, but it's a little rough right now, boys. I'm not gonna lie. No one's covered Monk yet? We looked at Monk, but they're not that different, though. That's the thing. The difference is maybe Mistweaver and Brewmaster. But I don't know how many of you guys tank, how many of you guys heal. Windwalker is mostly the same. Hope I get lucky in the Alpha, Beta, next, this X-Pack. Never got into one before. Yo, check Thursdays. With alphas and betas, Blizzard does stuff on Thursdays with those things. So Tuesday is the US and NA, America's reset. Wednesday is the European reset. Maybe like Taiwan and Asia has a different day, like a Friday or something. But a Thursday is a day that Blizzard does all the alpha stuff or beta stuff. So Thursdays, we might have an update here. And maybe a bigger pool of people getting invited. So make sure you guys sign up for the... How do you get the beta invite? Hold on. Well, Shadowlands beta opt-in. I'm gonna get you guys a link real quick for a whoa, okay, that was weird. For a Shadowlands beta opt-in, just so you guys can have a easier time with it. Wait, there's a specific link that takes you right to it. Literally right to it. There we go. Use this link right here if you have not opted in, and press the big button in the middle of the screen that says opt in now. Do it if you haven't opted in yet, if you want to even have a chance of getting into the alpha beta. But yeah, so what should we look at, boys? Frost DK, we looked at Frost Death Knight. I mean, I could show more of Frost DK in the different playstyles. Let's start with Frost DK, dude. Lots of you guys, like, every day I pop on, we get people saying Frost Death Knight every time, dude. So we might as well get on and mess around with it a little. Should I go and get the Kyrian ability for Death Knight so we can test that too? And while I'm getting the ability, I can show you the playstyles of Death Knight. I think that might be a good way to go about it, yeah? Maybe we should do that. So we can earn an ability at the end of this. Usually I just go whack a train dummy. And here you guys will be able to see like how the damage looks like and what the playstyle feels like. It definitely is a slow playstyle, that's for sure. Maybe we'll try the breath build, dude. The big frosty breath, good big pulls. We even got details to work in here too. The details isn't going to give you proper numbers because, you know, they do number balancing at a later time in the expansion when it's mostly finished. But we can still do it, yeah? Okay, I think we're set. Yeah, let's do that, dude. Let's do that. We'll try playing with Hyperthermic Presence, Breath of Zaragoza. Let's go Cold Heart since we were so used to it. And Frozen Pulse. I think that'll be decent. Let's go back to the starting area and go and play until we get our Kyrian ability, which won't take long at all. We'll unlock the Kyrian ability so we can mess around with that as well, yeah? Frosty Breath of Presence is going to be lit. With Breath and Presence. Presence of Sindra... Wait. Breath of Zaragoza. Oh, Presence. Okay, yeah, that's a new one. That's why I didn't. I thought Presence is like Frost Presence, Blood Presence, Unholy Presence. That's what I thought you meant for a sec. Yeah, embrace the ice in your veins, reducing the runic power cost of your abilities by 35% for 8 seconds, does not trigger global cooldown. I think this might be able to be better when you're like running out of obliterates and you pop it, so that you're not using as much runic power. You know what I mean? I also think the Froststone Sphere is going to be really good. It does a lot of damage in the alpha. Also, while we're at it, let's queue for a dungeon. Just, you never know. We might be able to actually get in a dungeon on the alpha. It's very... Wait, is that Slutebag? His name is Slut. And then Nora. I don't know who that is. But there it is. That's Slut, I guess. As a streamer, I'm going to guess. Unless it's somebody who just took the name Slut. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good too, Armin. Hope you're doing great. Warrior taking a bit of nerf for Shadowlands. So far, but DK has more utility. So Warrior is looking overall, and this isn't something that Blizzard cannot fix yet. But they took away the big combo of the Warrior, where you have a lot of defensive talents that can be picked together while maintaining a massive offensive power. Where you can just be an avatar just stomping around like a kid having a tantrum. So they kind of curbed that, so you can't do the big stomps anymore. But then they also curbed... Let me pick up... I'll get it later. I'll be back here anyway. But they also curbed... I should have just hearthed that, actually. That would have been faster. Actually, hearthing even now would be faster. It'll just heart me to this front. Either way. I'll just put it on cooldown. But yeah, they nerfed the ability for them to go for the big avatar stompy build. But they also nerfed their defensive capabilities, so you can have like a bunch of defensive talents put together and whatnot. So I think they're still going to be in a good spot, honestly. But we'll just have to wait and see, because this is something that Blizzard can definitely balance out with just adjustments for like their armor or how much defensive they have. So this are the numbers that can be balanced. They won't have the talent utility, but they still feel really good to play, and have an execute on Warriors bars, I think it's going to be nice. But a lot of Warriors don't want to feel like sometimes tanky with a lot of damage. They want to feel like a real tank that can really take a hit. Music, hello? There we go. Digo, hey, do you thought going to Twitch? Have I thought of going to Twitch? No. I used to stream on Twitch a while ago, but not really. The way I look at it is like everybody streams on Twitch, so I don't want to stream on Twitch, essentially. I like YouTube, dude. I don't know, man. I like YouTube. I have no reason to leave. Although Twitch does have all these nice interactions, I feel like I reach my audience better on YouTube. And that's all I want to do, is hang out with you boys and chill and do all the fun stuff. And I can't really do it on Twitch because I used to stream on Twitch, and oh my god, it was like pulling teeth trying to get people to go to Twitch, you know what I mean? Some of you guys don't like Twitch. Like, what can you do, right? You're not wrong for not liking Twitch. You know, everybody has their own preferences and whatnot. Yeah, I'm so excited how I might raise that ability back across DK. Yeah, and eventually you'll be able to also sacrifice that pet to it'll heal you, so you can raise the pet, and as it drops super low in health in PvP or in PvE, if it's like about to die, you would just sacrifice it back so it does damage in AoE, and it will heal you. So I think that'll be really, really solid for Frost DK. Also, you're the only one spec in the game that doesn't have any caps on AoE in terms of the amount of damage you do. Okay, I gotta get it like started here. It'll take a little bit of time before I can get the actual Covenant ability, but I think it'll be worth. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Where's the human racial at? There we go. Is it still a stun? Removes all stun effects, similar cooldown. Yeah, so that's stayed. They haven't adjusted those any. I wonder if they'll adjust racials. It seems that so far, any racials that does damage, like the Nightborn AoE, you know, it does like very little arcane damage. On Shadowlands Alpha, however, that like 200, 300 hit is actually not a bad chunk of damage. Some abilities on tooltip, like what, Obliterate hits for 300. That could be actually really good. Kind of a big-ish AoE ability. It does quite a bit of damage. I really don't think it's that bad. Druids same in the alpha, right? Druids have changed a little, but I made a video on Druids. Great, if you could link a video on Druid alpha changes, because I made a whole video on it, that'd be wonderful. Thank you. Appreciate ya. I feel bad for making cred do this stuff. It's like, I could be doing them, but I might as well have cred do it, because I don't know. I could just continue doing what I'm doing. When you go to retail, we checked out chest. We didn't really have a lot of stuff in the chest. No, we did get one good item from the chest. What was that? The haste for... Was it the Shaman? It's like a ring, right? Yeah, that was really good, but that's really about it. Dude, the music of this place is fucking dope, by the way. And some of the quests I've done, like, I wish they had voice acting and... Because the music is all the same, right? It's the same track that plays over and over and over. And I wish, like, if you go over here, there's like a dungeon entrance, and you would think the track would change in one way to be more, like, scary or whatever. The dungeons don't have any music playing at all, so that's a little bit sad, but what can you do? It's alpha. Are they following me? Yeah, they are. There we go. Just go to channel BRB. Awesome. Been fast since 2015. That's quite a while. How you doing, my dude? Have to get a class burst video going for all specs like the old times. Dude, once we have almost an open beta, and once the boys that do duels all the time have access to the alpha, or when Shadowlands is in the beta, let's say, and we have like access to max level characters with gear and every covenant ability, then we'll do a burst video, dude. 100% guarantee we'll do a burst video. I think it'd be worth. Killing shooting totem, so this guy's messing around with abilities. Bobby John here. Okay, so getting the Covenant Curing ability won't take too long. But let's take a look at the playstyle of the Frost DK right now, dude. Just normal obliterates. They still have the old animation for obliterates, by the way. They have the old animation where you have like 2 8 weapons in each hand. But it's fine for now. Pretty sure they'll fix it later. The one thing that I like though is the amount of damage Remorseless Winter deals in damage. So it makes me think like Gathering Storm could be really, really solid. But I think you'll end up basically using Remorseless Winter now with the changes as like a basic ability. Because it does quite a bit. Let's see how many things we can pull here. We're probably going to die, but it's okay. We're going to pop Big Breath here. IBF. And try to go through as many runes as possible. And when we're low, we pop Hypothermic. We actually blasted through everything. Actually blasted through everything quite easily. Did a fuckload of damage with that, dude. We can see like what does the most damage to. Breath of the Ghost definitely does a fuck ton, dude. Let's get this guy over here too. I want to try to see if I can get myself a big strength buff here. Because with Pillar of Frost, every rune you will spend still increases the damage of your other abilities. Oh, big Shadow Eyes, dude. That actually was so good. Just so much damage, just yapping things, dude. I gotta get it to current. Yeah, so we can see current damage. Cold Hard, dude. 4K is a huge hit right now in Shadowlands, though. That's huge. Did they cap Priest AoE? Like Shadow Priest? No, I think that's the only one that doesn't have a cap. Well, I guess it depends what you're talking about, right? If you're talking about the Mind Seer damage, I don't think that has a cap, no. I don't think that has a cap. Okay, let's just go through like normal rotation. Actually, we have an enemy right here that we could go through like a normal rotation. Because I want to see like, if you don't pop Pillar, like how much damage does the Remorseless Winter? Actually, I will pop Pillar just because it's like intended to be used as a usual rotation. But I'll try to just go through a damage and I'll AMS his fear that he does. Or if for anything, I'll Lichborn the fear. How does that sound, dude? That actually would be great. We'll pop a dot on him, pop Pillar, get our Remorseless Winter rolling. Get him a couple fucking obliterates in there, smash in the face, frost strikes while we got it. We gotta get a Lichborn for this fear. Hold on. Fear, Lichborn, out of here. So good. And as we were, oh, we didn't have enough ruins to get a big old chain of ice at the end. That's a little sad. Fuck it, we'll do it anyway. Yeah, because of not enough haste on gear, it is gonna be a little rough. It is gonna be a little rough on the abilities, you know what I mean? That's actually a playstyle here where I could have went for Hypothermic and got a couple more Frost Strikes out of it. So Frost Strikes could have maybe given me more Obliterate. So I actually like this, how it's basically the same cooldown as Pillar. And you could use it like, if you don't desync your Pillar with Ice Cap and you're playing, let's say, Breath or Obliteration, you could just like, kind of like, you'll get some Obliterates in, and you'll start Frost Striking, and you could just pop Hypothermic Presence on those Frost Strikes, so you'll get more Frost Strikes, more chances to get Obliterates back in, more chances to get continuing the greater Pillar of Frost damage increase with the Strength, and then more chances you'll have a rune with those extra Frost Strikes that cost less for a Chain of Ice, for a guaranteed Chain of Ice towards the end, towards the tail end of your Pillar, while it has all the Strength buffs up and running. And if it crits, oh, big burst. That's what I'm feeling, dude. What's good, my guy? What's up, Nose? How you doing, my man? I don't know what's going to be good in this row. I think they got to make this row a little bit more interesting, dude. That top row right here. They got to make it more interesting. And this bottom row here, basically it's like if you have certain build, then you got to change your talents that work for that one build. But I feel like they need to have like They need to expand the builds, I think, a little bit for Frost DK. You know what I mean? Like, more abilities need to have synergies with one another. Like, Breath of Zaragoza, insane synergy with Hypothermic. Breath of Zaragoza with Gathering, kind of, sort of. Glacial Advance is not even worth ever considering, though. Like, they need to make this better. Obliteration is really good with, like, an Exorbital Assault. Ice Cap is really good with, like, a not Icy Talons, but Gathering. But, like, they need to make them... Like, no one ever learns Avalanche. Frost Scythe is way too good in this row. It needs to be more things than AoE row, you know what I mean? There need to be more things than AoE row. This, like, basically people pick the single target option, which is, like, the best here. Cold Heart. While you have Icy Talons, which can be really good as just extra auto attacks. But nobody's gonna take it if it's not good. The people will sim it, right? What's best for single target? I'll just pick the best one. This needs to be more interesting overall, I think. Do you ever play Fire Mage? Yeah, Fire Mage is pretty good. In Shadowlands, it's actually kind of nice. It works really well without any of the essences and traits and stuff like that. Works pretty well without all that. So, it's not terrible. However, the way it works right now in BFA, it's... I guess it's not bad. So here, I'll go for Frost Strikes just to get it down faster. Just to make sure I have more AoE here. We're gonna go one more Obliterate. And Big Chain of Ice. Bop! Out of here. Out of here. Oh, this spec feels so good to play. I like this. I like this ability. Hypothermic. It's off GCD too, so it makes it so much better. If they only made Pillar of Frost the same way, that'd be great. You know what I mean? Oh, this big guy. He didn't used to spawn, but now he does. Let's go for a Big Breath build. Big breath, boys. A big breath. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathing, dude. Breathing exercises, boys. Okay, we're actually out of utility completely. Just ran out of runes. It's because I started Frost Strike a little too early. But that still does a lot of damage. Your Frost here, which I don't like, is still a good portion of your damage. Spawn a Deathwing. Whoa, that's new. But look how much damage this does. Your dot can tick for 300. So it's like 150 average. That's so much of your damage. Your dot can do that much damage on a dot. Your Obliterate hits for 300. Your Frost Strike hits for 400. Like, your dot is still a good portion of your damage. And what I think they need to do with, and I'm honest here, what I think they need to do with Frost DK, scale back the damage of your Howling Blast dot and make it more all about big Obliterates. Scale the dot damage back. Give more damage to Obliterates. Just do it, Blizzard. Just do it. Try it. You never know if it's going to be good until you try it. That's what I think. I mean, you do have good sustain when you have your Howling Blast on enemies and when it does as much damage as it does currently on Alpha. But I want my Obliterates to be the big chunker, right? I want that 1k crit Obliterate that I just got just now with that good old proc with the Unholy Strength. That's what I want, man. At least when you have a two-hand, right? I think that's how they should do it. So in PvP, that'll be a lot better for burst. We gotta go crit and haste. Okay, boys, we got like, how many more quests? We got one more chain quest here, then a second chain of quest, then a third chain, and we get our Covenant ability. We can try different talents. How you doing, bud? I'm doing pretty good with rank. How about you, man? Should we try some Unholy? Unholy's so fucking good, dude. Unholy's so nutty. Way too nutty. Also, my mouse keeps getting caught somewhere in the game. Like, it just kind of hooks and it just doesn't want to move at all. Then you change the combat text and make numbers bigger if you like good and classic. That'd be great if they added like a way for you to change certain numbers. Wait, can I activate this thing real quick and then have this thing die? Defend anime extractor. Perfect. Hey, thanks, Bear. Appreciate you. Thank you, Bear. Appreciate you. Crackling anime. Fucking take your fucking manga and anime out of here, bud. Take a fucking manga and anime out of here, bud. What do you think I am, a weeb? Wait, he's on the floor. That's not good. Should I report this as a bug? Can I take like a picture of that? Help. Sometimes Kyrian stewards are stuck under the floor during the quest The Cycle of Anime. Wait, fuck. Drought conditions. I think they'll know what I mean, right? This big apparatus, whatever you call it, has a name. Let's dot him up. Let's dot him up. We got this bear. We might as well have him tank things for us. Oh, there's a lot of him here. Oh, that might have been too many. I might have pulled a lot. Hey, bear, you wanna tag these by any chance? And you wanna help out? Oh, he's helping, boys. Oh, he's helping. Oh, he's helping. Hold on, hold on. Big old 7,000 crit on something. What? That's huge. Big damage, boys. Imagine losing the PvP, dude. You know what I mean? Gather a bunch of people, get some breath going. Big old Drake from the sky. I'm pretty sure it's gonna get nerfed really bad, but baseline is good. I'm pretty sure Blizzard wants us to play that as a base. It'll be the big hitter, dude. There's no... It's a 3-minute cooldown. There's no way they can make it hit for nothing. Which class specs has unlimited target AoE? Unholy Death Knight and some parts of Frost DK with your Merciless Winter mostly. Also, Affliction Warlock with their Seeds of Corruption. They don't have a cap. Destro Warlocks, Demonology Warlocks, except for the Felguard. Felguard, the Fel... What do they call it? Fellstorm? It's like a Blade Storm, but for them. There is cap to 8 targets. However, the Imps, Implosion, no cap on Implosion. So certain classes have a cap. Most classes have a cap. So it's harder to find a class that doesn't have a cap than one that does, essentially. How you doing today? What's up, Ren? Hope you're having a good one, fam. I open up a total of like 2-3 lock boxes for today for weekly. I didn't accuse this week at all. But I'm doing good. How about you? Does the Demon Hunter IBM have a cap? No, but it does less damage the more enemies are around. So it does the most amount of damage on a single target. It does diminish damage the more enemies you have. So it has a cap. Blade Dance has a cap. What is that? The Fell Barrage, where you like go and then green shit flies out of you. That has an 8 target cap. Blade Dance, 8 target cap. The only ability that doesn't have a cap is your Immolation Aura. But, you know. Yeah, so Demon Hunters got pretty nerfed. Safe to say. I think only Unholy Death Knights truly don't have a cap. Because if they get a bunch of enemies in together and then drop down a whole Death and Decay and then just start spamming Scourge Strike, I think it still hits everything. Everything. I don't know about Epidemic. Does that have a cap? I think that might have a cap. But yeah, Scourge Strike Cleave is the only thing that truly doesn't have a cap. I've done this minigame so many times, dude. It's not even funny. But you're almost done here, boys. We have to do this training ground area, which is pretty quick. Then we have to go in the cave and face our fears. And then we get the Kirin ability. Or the Covenant ability. It's that easy. What do you think about Demon Hunter? Still good? Yeah, they'll still be good. They'll still be really strong. They're really fun to play. I just don't think they're going to be as overpowered as they were. Because they have to make some key decisions in PvP and PvE, like what utilities and abilities you run. So they're going to be a little nerfed, but they're still going to be mandatory and raised for the debuff they offer. They still offer 5%. This cap is so idiotic? Dude, it might be in the hindsight, but I don't know. I mean, I heard that the cap is going to be there, and I thought, wait. At first I thought only some specs are going to have this cap, and then I thought that was dumb. But when they're adding it to just about every class, I don't think it's necessarily bad off the top, you know what I mean? Because they're really trying to... They're trying to separate classes. Some classes are going to be cleave. And when you're cleaving, you're not hitting everything. You have a limited targets, but you cleave. That means you do pretty good damage with a set drop-off. However, if you're pure AoE, you're doing small amounts of damage to a large amounts of enemies. So it seems like they're trying to distinguish those. It might be in hindsight when this is released the dumbest fucking change ever, and it feels awful to play with. But I think it's right now too early to call, and they might even swap it out later. They might revert it. So right now they're just messing around with it, collecting data, collecting feedback. Once we can start testing out Mythic Plus keys with this cap, then we'll know for sure. But it's alpha. It hasn't even been around for a week. It was literally added in Thursday, so give it a couple days before we even have like a week's worth of like, you know, alpha testing. So it's too early to call, I think. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Names doesn't show up for some reason. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Okay. Well, we got hopefully the big damage here. Please give me the big hits. What? Okay, that guy Diagro for some reason. Okay, we got the most amount of damage here for a bit. IMS, because it looks like some magic damage here. I just summoned my ghoul, honestly. Never mind. Big breath, dude. Okay, here we go. Let's go and Death Pact, just so we can get the extra health. And I think for this bad boy, I'll summon the ghoul, see how much damage actually he does. Let's get more of these guys here. I'm missing... Yeah, missing a couple. Yeah, you want to fight me? You want to fight me? You want to fight me? Hey, come over here. Actually, chain of ice here. It'll do a lot of damage, but you want to fight me? You want to fight? Okay, I think he wants to fight. We're gonna pop big cooldowns here. Okay, we're hoping for the best. We're hoping for the best. Trying to see if we survive this. All right, trying to see if we can survive this. Okay, everybody got a dot. Big Drake. Oh, that's huge. Okay, we need death strikes. We desperately need death strikes. Desperately need death strikes. Hold on, this shit on my sim slow down. Ah! Okay, we got a little bit of AoE. Big death strike. Hold on. Big death strike. Wait, we could use... Oh, we could use hypothermic to make death strike a little bit cheaper in PvE. In PvP, that'll be so good, dude. You'll be spamming so many death strikes. It's not even funny. Okay, it's a little expensive now. AMS. Big chain. Big death strike. Alright, you're dead. Right? No? Okay, now you're dead. What's cooldown time for the glow for frost? 2 minutes. It lasts a minute. I wonder if he'll tank things for me. We'll see. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to just death strike spam here for a bit. Oh, he stuns! Oh, the ghoul has a stun! That'd be cool if he was tanky too. I don't think he's gonna be tanky though. I doubt it. Big chain. Probably should have done a little later. Towards the tail end of pillar. He does a stun. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a bit of a DR. If that stun doesn't have a DR, that'd be great. But I'm pretty sure he does. Some frost strikes in there. I like the big hits though. Almost 1,000 with frost strikes. I like that. Cool. Alright, we're almost done here, boys. Please show Unholy. Yeah, we could swap for Unholy. I can fuck around Unholy for a bit. I think you've seen plenty of frost, yeah. What do you think of Demonology Warlock? Is it good? Too early to tell. It seems a little unfinished. At least right now, in my opinion. Seems a tad unfinished, boys. Demonology could potentially be really good, but it's just lost so much with all the traits and stuff, you know what I mean? Did they update how Chains of Frost looks? No, not really. It still has the same look. Well, can't slow this guy, but, you know. Might gonna die. Sorta. Hey! Stop beating my Musculaker. Holy shit. Let's go more haste. Haste crit. We're prepping for frost mostly. Yeah, Chain of Ice looks the same. Once I find something to hit that I don't want just like dragging after me. Actually, no, hold on. Look at this. Look at this turtle. Wait. I gotta move that. Okay, hold on. Wait. Okay, look at that turtle. Chain of Ice. Alright, pet. Please, return. My health bar and runing power kind of disconnected here. Wait. Trying to get him to be kind of close. Oh. Bugged. Are you still chasing after me? Are you gonna stay chasing me forever? Because of Chain of Ice? If you are, I'm making you my pet. And you have to eat from the toilet bowl. He didn't want that one. He didn't want to eat from the toilet bowl, boys. Who would, honestly? I like the OG model of Chains. I don't know what the OG model looks like. I don't remember it. Was it back in like Wrath or Kata? Because I don't remember. It looks the same, I think. But maybe it's different. Hope they're going to me. Hey, are you going to make Rogue Shadowlands too? Yup. It looks like a lot of fun. It looks like a very, very busy spec, but it looks like a joy to play. Good to show Red Paladin next? Sure. I can show a little bit of Red Pally. I made a video on Red Pally that I'm going to put up tomorrow, I think. But Paladin, I'm enjoying a lot. Yeah, so here, just do this like whole ritual where it's like you go and... Wait, what the fuck? Okay, he's just done with his ritual. Holy bully. Prod Pala is really, really good right now. That's actually a really, really good spec. But yeah, we're gonna do this little ritual, look into ourselves, kill a thing, and get the curing ability. So that'll be fun. Where the hell am I gonna put it? Well, actually, I have a lot more keybinds where I could put that as a for unholy. So this will be interesting. Dalaran House Windwalker, they're okay. They didn't really change too much. The Touch of Death is no longer a big stack and debuff. It's now an execute, which I don't think works yet. Last time I tried in the alpha, it didn't seem to work properly. But yeah. Yeah, Unholy is insanely strong though. Actually nuts. It just does so much damage. Your pets just obliterate things for you. Mostly pet damage. And Mages of the Dead is really good. I wonder if they'll update them at all. That'd be cool if they did. Wait. I need to make a macro for Death and Decay. Because it doesn't have the Death and Decay that's mouse over. The one thing about Unholy that I will mention is you gotta update Outbreak a lot more often. It's only a 10-second duration. Compared to Live, I think it's like 20 seconds. So Outbreak seems to be like a much better ability. Is it because I'm running Urban Fever? 50% more damage, half duration. Maybe that's why I'm playing. That's why it feels so different. So Burst and Swords might feel a little different. But yeah. So I guess that's actually not all that new. Can I grip you? Yeah. Beautiful. But then again, you wouldn't want to. You would play this for single target, wouldn't you? I don't know if you would ever play this for AoE. Now that you don't have like the combo anymore with Festerings, bursting Festering deals 25% more damage, deals in AoE. Let's try the. Let's just try how this build feels. Because refreshing my Outbreak, yeah, 21-second duration, that might actually just feel better. Because refreshing that constantly just feels so weird, dude. It feels a little neurotic. It's just like, oh, I gotta refresh, I gotta refresh, I gotta refresh every time. It's not worth. What's up, Tasty? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Is Sub any good yet? Dude, Sub actually pumps now. What the hell? In PvE, it does so much damage, so I would think it would do well in PvP. I mean, Sub has always been good in PvP, but in PvE, it's been like, is it good? I don't know. But now it feels pretty damn good. Look at all this architecture, dude. Look how beautiful this shit looks. This place is actually just gorgeous. This whole zone is gorgeous, dude. Look at these. All flying up to me so I can accept my curing ability. And all that garbage. How's Frost looking? It's pretty good, man. We just were playing it a second ago. All gathered up. And where I'm gonna put this? I think shift 3. Let's do shift 3, I think. Maybe I should put Ghoul there. I'll put Ghoul there, just because Alt 2 is usually Death Pact, which I'm not running right now. Okay, we're done. We don't need to do anything else here. I guess I'm going to put it as number 4 for now. So what this does is admonish the target for the past transgressions, reducing the damage they deal to you by 5%, and doing arcane damage over 14 seconds. While Shackle the Unworthy is active on an enemy, ruin spending attacks. So anything that consumes ruins is reduced its cooldown by 4 seconds. So essentially you want to just pop army. You want to, before you go for the big setup, so you want to pop army, pop ghoul, pop transform your pet. Then you want to pop that dot up the enemy, start stacking festerings, get the big apocalypse, more festerings, and then just start going through your Scourge Strikes ASAP. Because then you'll reduce the cooldown of this ability quite often. We could even try it here maybe, yeah? It's kind of lowish on health. Let's go hit our actual chain dummy. Let's do that. This man's just beating that thing up. Feral top or bottom? How to tell? Too early to tell if Feral would be good or not. I think it'll be good. I think most specs are going to be good. I didn't pick up a flight path, so we got a fucking run there. I hope you guys are ready to go on an adventure. Just to get train dummies. It's gonna take a while. Go check if the pet claw ability is capped or not. What do you mean? Dark Transformation rakes deformed claws, dealing bunch of shadow damage to all enemies nearby the monstrosity. So if that's what you're asking about, then it does all damage to nearby monstrosities. Now, if you have infected claws, it looks like he will cleave everything. And then you also have Unholy Pact that has unlimited cleave. It's the chain that happens between you and your pet. Defile and Scourge Strike has no cap at all. Epidemic has no cap either. Yeah, this essentially is going to be the only spec with no caps. All nearby enemies with Unholy Blight. Yeah, this is the only spec that has 0 cap on AoE. It does have small cap, I think, with Burst and Swords. That's about it. Does the Broadway Thunderclap have a cap? I didn't check last time. I did have a video put out earlier today. Did that video go live? I hope it did. God, I hope it did. What do you think about Mages and Shamans in Alpha? They seem fun. Is Shaman today? I have a Shaman video coming up soon. Maybe we'll pop on Shaman. I just want to try the Unholy, the new ability to Shackle and Worthy. And I was kind of hoping, sort of, that the dungeon queue would pop. I've been there for 30 minutes. There's barely any dungeons happening because not a lot of people are playing tanks and healers. Well, let's just see how this plays into the Unholy DK playstyle and the amount of damage you do. Because I never had the recount before with Unholy. So we're gonna go with a full always serve. Okay, I got my Skulker. I was gonna say, like, where is he? I think I want to summon the army. I want to buff the Gargoyle, buff Transformation, pop Shackle, and then go into my burst, essentially, yeah? 4, 3, 2, 2.5, 2.25, 1. Pop and everything. Shackle and Worthy. Pop this. Go into and more. Pop. Do this. Death Coil. Get cooldown back faster. So it's essentially a 30-second cooldown. If you can do it fast enough. With better gear and Bloodlust, you're going to be able to get this back up on the enemy very, very quickly. I like that. Yeah, you do a fuckload of damage on Holy right now. You just shit damage out, dude. It doesn't even take a lot. Holy shit, dude. Alright, we really need some more Festering Strike, please. Okay. We're not gonna... We're gonna... Oh, 30 minutes is a reasonable number. We can get it down to 30 minutes. I guess if I'm a bit more better prepped with it, I might be able to do higher numbers. I guess if I really min-max the Soul Reaper, then I will be able to get a little bit extra out of it. I wonder if you ever use Death and Decay as a basic ability on a non-AoE. Okay, here we go. We got ourselves a big setup here. Wait. We kind of want to get the Apocalypse. I kind of fucked myself over with the Apocalypse. Here we go. We got a Scourge Strike in. Hopefully Apocalypse after. Yeah, you can get it to about 30 seconds or so. Really not a bad number. And it does quite a bit of damage too, doesn't it? Yeah, Shackle and Worthy does quite a bit. I like it. Also like the fact that enemies deals like, what, 5% less damage to him? If only you could have a way to spread it, you know what I mean? Shackle and Worthy on multiple enemies. Wasn't there an ability for Death Knights before where they could use not Outbreak, but like a different ability that's similar to Outbreak to just like take a dot that the enemy has and spread it to everybody? They could have a couple different dots. Am I wrong? Am I thinking of something else? Probably. Okay, we got it down to 14 seconds, so we could have really good uptime on this. So it could be like a build-up mechanic, right? We'd be just building up, holding on to our dots, all that good jazz, holding on to resources, right? Then Shackle and Worthy, start slamming as many rune power-based abilities, Death Goal when we have nothing else. You're gonna have another Festering into an army. Into this, into a Scourge Strike while the dot is up. Now we got it down to what, 20 seconds? I don't think you're actually gonna delay damage like that. You're not gonna delay. I don't feel like you're gonna delay. It doesn't feel that good to delay. It's cool, but it does. I don't think it's gonna be the damage play style. Yeah, this is actually really, dude. Unholy Death Knight is so good because of its new mastery. If you guys haven't seen the mastery for Unholy Death Knight, it increases your damage by minions and shadow damage of abilities. So it used to read it deals extra shadow damage, but now it also does pet damage. So your minions do so much more damage. If you see Skulker shot out of like what 150,000, he actually does quite a bit of damage. My other pets do a lot of damage. Fester 1 does a lot, actually. Surprise, actually. Yeah, that actually does quite a lot. Wow. With just one talent, it's really good. I like that. I wonder if I went with Ebon Fever, if that would have been the top damage instead of Burst and Swords, because I busted that. Melee does quite a bit of damage still, as Unholy. Yeah, Shakamori seems really strong. What are the other Covenant abilities for Death Knights? I think those would be fun to try. Blood Boil, Pestilence. That's what it was. Pestilence. You guys are right. Like, I knew that ability like that existed. I just didn't know the name. Thanks, boys. Yeah, so this is Unholy, and we checked out Frost early, so that seems really good. Ah, music. Seems really good. An idea of Frost and Unholy would be better. Way too early. They're not even done balance tuning changes for damage numbers, so way too early. But in terms of which one feels better, I would say Unholy feels more complete, but when you find that build that works for you for Frost, it feels great. The build we got right now is pretty damn good. Basically the OG build, but with breath. Gonna try Harbinger of Doom, Unholy Frenzy above Gargoyle more. Unholy Frenzy with Harbinger of Doom? What the fuck is Harbinger of Doom? Wait. You mean rank 2 Gargoyle? Because that's going to be baked into the spec, if that's what you're talking about. Mustache is beautiful. Thank you, Toasty. Appreciate you. Nice to imagine last night with Tickle. Yo, you saw that? Dude, I tried to make Enhance work, Sarge. It was weird. But it gave me an idea of like what the problem is with Enhance right now. It's not a bad spec, it's just the way that it's at right now. It feels like Frost DK of early BFA, essentially. It's just coming off of Legion, and it just lost all the utility, but it doesn't change at all. Except it's slightly different. It's just like a mash of old school or new talents with old school playstyle that just doesn't work. Soul Reaper. Soul Reaper is still in the game. Yeah, it's still in the game. It feels pretty good to play with, actually. I actually like Pestilence Pestils. But Soul Reaper is really good as an on-use ability. Also, Dodge Transformation will give a ghoul 100 energy, so you'll use that as the last thing. You'll have a ghoul spam out Claw, and then you'll transform for even more energy. So you might actually make a playstyle where you activate your Ghoul's Claw constantly, and you'll turn off the Leap and the Gnaw. So you'll just bake in your Ghoul's Claws into your other abilities. Just don't make it like autocast, but you'll really force him to get through those energy pieces. So that might be a bit of damage. Or maybe he'll just burn through it very quickly. Because the pets, they made him a little bit better at energy uses and stuff, but 100 pets is still not good at it though. 100 cats will wait until they cap, which probably you shouldn't be doing. What's up, Barul? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. I like Merge Sufficiency plus Obliteration plus Runic Empowerment passive. It generates so many runes. Let me try it. Let me see what that looks like. That might actually be a good playstyle. Let me try it, Miguel. Wait, is that on live? Let's put it right here. Yeah, let's do it. Bam, here we go. You said Murder Sufficiency plus Obliteration plus Runic Empowerment. Each rune power you spend has a 2% chance to grant your rune. I can see that'd be good. I kind of like Breath with the big AoE. I thought that was pretty good with Hyperthermic. Yeah, Murder Sufficiency is pretty good though. What's up, Dalaran chat? How you doing, my dude? Hope you're having a good one. Hemdell. How you doing, Hemdell? Holy shit, it's been a while, my dude. Hope you were having a good one. Have a good stream. Yo, have a good fucking afternoon, evening, wherever you're at, my guy. Or you look at that boy top. How you doing, fam? Hope you're having a good one. Look at Death Knight again. Let's take a look at another class, boys. What should we look at? Chad gets to decide. Wait, did we crash? We crashed. Okay, I'm gonna restart it. It crashes, boys. It crashes. Yo, what class should we take a look at today, boys? Let me know, chat. Because we just look at Death Knight. I don't already have a video on Death Knight. What should we take a look at again? What are you feeling? What are all y'all feeling? Well, Papa Soda. Mage. What item level is your rogue? My main on live or in alpha? Boomkin? Enhanced? Shaman? I won't be against Shaman. Mage? Let's take a look at Mage because we haven't looked at anything new in a while. Let's take a look at Mage. Because I actually want to try a spec that I haven't really been diving deeply into. You know what I mean? I think that's a good idea. We can see how much damage everything does. Alright, boys. Let me move these bars a little. I'm over like here-ish. Make sure the mana bar lines up with the health bar. Just so it's as close as it can be to my OG location positioning. I might just go into the text files later and copy it from live. That's because I kind of miss having everything in the middle of the screen, but I just like it better than the top left. So, let's take a look at mages. We're going to take a look at Frost, I guess. What's back, boys? Arcane, Fire, or Frost. We'll get through them either way. I'll show you everything that is new, everything that isn't new. Blizzard will never forgive you, particularly to charge of Shimmer. Yeah, Shimmer got fucking gutted, boys. Gutted Shimmer. I guess we could show you Shimmer, because that looks like the same on our spec. Frost looks great. Fire or Frost? Fire? Let's do Fire, man. Let's start with Fire. Just because I think a lot of you guys play Fire right now on live. And we'll show you Frost and then Arcane. Miss Legion Frost Mage. Well, it's more or less back, sorta, kinda. Well, I guess you'll tell me if it's more or less back. So take a look at mages. You'll start with the basic class abilities. All of you have Arc and Explosion. So look at for rogues, it's going to be much easier. It costs quite a bit of mana though. So you have 10,000 mana, it costs 1,000 mana. You're not going to be spamming it as a non-arcane. You have Arcane Intellect, which is 5% in buff. Blink baseline, will 15-second cooldown. Will take you out of bonds, roots, and stuns. Conjure Refreshments still in the game, which I honestly should get some refreshments. Just fucking no mana regen ever. We got Conjured Mana Brownies now. Okay. Counter spells in the game, 24-second cooldown, locks you out of 6 seconds. Fire Ward and Frost Ward, which gives you absorb for 1,000 points of fire or frost damage, which is quite good. Then you have Frost Nova. Frost Ward can also be used together with Blazing Barrier, by the way, so that's double absorb. But extra absorbs for you to play around with. Pretty short cooldown, 30 seconds. Everybody has a Frostbolt. Not that you're gonna cast it as a Fire Mage, but if you need a slow on somebody, you can now just cast a Frostbolt if you need it. Now, it doesn't slow the dummies, but it normally would slow an enemy. Iceblock 4-minute cooldown with Hypothermia for 30 seconds. Mirror Images baseline, they actually do quite a bit of damage, like Mirror Images. And I'll just Fire Blast an enemy. And I'll just cast Firebolt. So for Frost Mages, they're going to be a lot better, but for Fire Mages, they do quite a bit of damage. They don't build a dot or anything, so they don't really build into my master, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, my Ignite is going up, so they just do their own separate damage, but they do about 100 each, and it's actually quite good. So they're going to be part of your burst now, which is actually quite fun. I actually always enjoyed this ability, and it never was good enough talent to ever pick in PvP, so I'm glad they just gave it baseline. Just because like it doesn't really do anything ever. But having them, it's going to be great for questing, for solo stuff. And they do quite a lot of damage on their own. Like, they actually do damage. So you'll be popping them with burst. That's really cool. You got Polymorph, which is, you know, poly. What else could you say about that? Portals, so you can go places. Remove Curse, still in the game. Slow Fall for Slow Fall. Spell Steal for Spell Steal. Nothing changed there, I don't think. Time Warp, 5 minutes. Ultra Time at level 58. So, does it give you returning you to your current location with health when you cast second time after 10 seconds? Effect negated by long distance or death. So if you go too far away from where you activate all the time, so it really just gives you health. I don't know if it'll give you like buffs, but I know it'll give you health. So you can't get back combustion or anything like that, I don't think. What item level was your in the alpha? Like 78 or something? The item level was very low in the alpha. The Stargast House? Yeah, so they posted that it's out, but then they had to go back and make a correction. Let me show you. They posted at first that, it's out, boys! And then we're like, wait. It said, when it's out. They changed it. I'll show you. Here we go. Preview of Tower Torghast. Let me go to the actual official page. I'll show you guys what I mean. I'll show you the thing that they corrected. Because they had to make a correction. So I read it and it said, it'll be available for testing, but then they changed it to when it becomes available to play in the alpha. The following classes are available. And Demon Hunter, Mage, Priest, Warlock will be available. But they had to change it, so it's not available. It brought a bunch of confusion onto the alpha servers. I wasn't the only one. Okay, so we have fire. We have starting with blazing barrier, combustion, 2-minute cooldown, 10-second duration, 100% crit. 50% of that will be equal to mastery during combustion. Dragon's breath is 18-second cooldown. Is that the right cooldown? Somebody tell me if somebody is new, by the way. Somebody have a mage open and just go with me and tell me if something's actually different. Dragon's breath, 18 seconds. Is that normal? We have blast wave. We'll skip over that just because it's a talent. We'll look at it in a bit. Fire blast, 8.67 second recharge, but that's with haste. So with low haste numbers on the alpha, it's going to be weird. Castable with casting other abilities, always deals crit. Does a bit of damage relative to other abilities for now. Fireball does a bit of fire damage, 2-second cast. Flame Strike does a bunch of damage, 20-second speed reduction, 8 seconds. Invis, 5 minutes, last 20 seconds. After 3, you'll fade. Pyroblast with a bunch of damage. Scorch, cast it while moving. Cauterize still in the game. So it gives you 35% health and burns 28% of it. I don't know if that's the same as the live version. Critical mass is possible with 50% increased chance to crit. You gain 10% more crit strike stat from all sources. Did they change this or is this the same? I feel like I need to open up live and change that. Fireball, rank 2. Basically every time you fireball don't crit, you get a second crit buff. Just for fireball until you find the crits. Eventually it will crit. Hot streak, get into direct. Criticals will give you fired up so you can insta-cast certain spells. Ignite is the same. Damage will be applied towards the dot. But Fire Blast forces Ignite to spread to 8 nearby enemies. So they're capping your Ignite to 8 targets. Are they capping this? Flame Strike? No, they're not. But Ignite capped. Is Living Bomb capped? Nope, not capped at all. So that'll be kind of the go-to. Not capped here either. That's gonna be some cap, I guess. No, not sure cap. Damage increase for Flame Strike at rank 2. Pyroblast extra damage over time, so they actually took away the dot the Pyroblast has. Maybe that'll be really good. Combustion rank 2 will have a increased duration by 2 seconds, so 12-second combustion, which will be pretty good versus 10. The more the merrier. And for talents, we got ourselves Firestar, the same thing as live. Pyromanic, same thing as live. Searing Touch, the same as live. Blazing Soul, the same as live. Shimmer has been changed for all mages. So this is the biggest change with Shimmer, boys. So as you're casting a big old pyro, you can shimmer, but now you only have 1 charge of shimmer. You used to have 2. So a normal blink is a 15-second cooldown. Shimmer is a 20-second cooldown, so 5 extra seconds, but you can blink while casting 1 spell. And it does no longer free you from any stuns. So in PvP, you might go back to normal blinks with Blazing Soul, maybe. So every time you blink, you activate Blazing Barrier. Oh, Blast Wave, which is actually quite good. It looks awesome. Bam. You never get to use it, but they buffed it apparently. But it'll knock enemies back slightly and reduce movement speed by 70%, which could be good. Level 30, we got Incantress Flow, which is the same as live. Rune of Power, same as live. And Focus Magic. Focus Magic increases target's chance to critically hit with spells by 5% for 30 minutes. When you target critically hits, your chance to critically hit with spells is decreased by 5% for 10 seconds. Can I be casting self-limit 1 target? Now, I don't know how well this works, but essentially you'll pop a buff on an ally. Wait, ally? Okay, all of them are Horde. What about you? You're an ally, so you'll give them a buff with Focus Magic. Every time they crit, it gives you a crit buff. But I don't know how good this will be versus Incantress Flow and Rune of Power. Also, right now, it's kind of buggy, so you can put a Focus Magic on an ally, and they'll still have a 5% crit buff. But you can go back to Incantress. I don't think that will give you a buff from Focus anymore, though, but yeah. I don't know if Incantress will be... Focus Magic will be good, because Incantress is a raw damage increase, personal damage increase. Rune of Power, personal damage increase. Focus Magic, crit increase. Which can be damage more if it keeps stacking. If you can get... Like, if the crit just keeps stacking higher and higher, it doesn't have a cap, and you could get it to 100. If, let's say, somebody's just blasting big crits. But it happens every time. Every time you target critical hits. So if they have a really high crit chance, they'll just build up a lot of crit. Or it's just a 5% buff that basically lasts all the time. Listen, my birthday, happy birthday, Elliot. If it is your birthday, I hope a Blast Wave becomes available, such a cool ability. It might end up being because Shimmer is not as good anymore. Then we have level 35 Flame on. Reduces the cooldown of Fire Blast by 2 seconds. Increases maximum charges. Versus Action as a Fury, which is the same breath, always crits. And contributes to Hot Streak. Or Phoenix Flames with 3 charges. Honestly, we might go back to Phoenix Flames, dudes. We might go back to the Phoenix Flames playstyle. Not even lying right now. You know why? Because you don't need Flame on. You don't need Master Blast anymore. So if you want to have Phoenix Flames so you have even more instant casts at a 30-second recharge, you could. So now this is a much more viable talent. But you can still say play Flame on if you want to. But Phoenix Flames and ASUS Fury can be better now. Or at least a stronger talent overall. Level 40 you have Frantic Speed, Ice Word, and Ring of Frost. Ring of Frost they added extra when incapacitated so you make a Ring of Frost and incapacitates enemies and freeze them. When they leave the freeze effect, they'll be slow by 65% for 4 seconds. And you can only limit 10 targets in this incapacitated slow. Which I don't know if that was like that on live. Now it's a 20-second studio on live, by the way. So this is actually a faster Dragon's Breath than 18 seconds instead of 20. I think it's because they changed the blink and the playstyle with blink, so they give you more breaths. So in PvP you might have a chance. Interesting. Level 45 you have Flame Patch. Flame Strike will leave you burning fire over 8 seconds. Conflagration, which Fireball applies extra dot damage to an enemy. Doesn't really do much. Living Bomb is still going to do a lot of damage. And spread, as it seems. Try becomes Living Bomb. Taking a bunch of fire damage over seconds and exploding, dealing additional damage to all the targets. Reduce damage to all enemies within 10 yards. While the enemies become Living Bomb. Also become Living Bomb, but this effect don't spread further. Cool, so it has the same effect, I think. Kindling. Your Fireball, Pyroblast, Fire Blast, and Phoenix Flames criticals reduce the remaining cooldown of combustion by 1.5 seconds. So if you spend a bunch of those during your combustion, you could be a minute mage with 1 minute combustions. Pyroclasm, consuming a hot streak has a 50% chance to make your next non-instant Pyroblast cast within 50 seconds deal to 140% more damage. They buffed this for alpha. It's hard to tell just how good it is because, you know, the numbers are not set in stone. You know, we're not finalized, none of that stuff yet. You know how these things go, boys. Yeah. But I tried this on ads and just mobs when I'm questing, and it feels pretty great to get a big old pyro in there, dude. It feels like I'm lined up a G-Pie or a big Chaos Bolt. Although its procs are, yeah, 50% chance. I wonder how that would feel during combustion windows, because I don't think I would be able to really get this off during combustion. We'll be doing this outside of combustion, I think. Or maybe Rune of Power. Trying to see if I can just show it to you. I'm not getting procs! Hello? Hello, Blizzard. Blizzard, please. Blizzard, please. There we go. We're gonna go for a big old boop. Does a lot of damage, and if it crits, it's great. And then we have Meteor. Calls down a Meteor which lands on a target location for 3 seconds, dealing a bunch of fire damage split evenly amongst all targets within 8 yards, and burns the ground. 45-second cooldown, which I think is the same as live. So Fire Mage mostly is not that different, dude. It's gonna be very base without the Master Blaster, Fire Blast, and playstyle. So it's gonna go back to the OG Mage. So it's gonna be really up to Blizzard to figure out, like, does the spec do enough damage or not? If we were to play, try the Meteor playstyle with a Rune of Power, like the OG live playstyle. Let's see how much damage that does, dude. Okay, so I think we got ourselves a setup here. We don't have the haste to really make this proper, but we'll try, dude. We'll try it, okay? Hold on, I meant to drop Meteor, honestly. Here we go. Maybe one more Scorch? Nope. Did a lot of burst. Yeah, I had a really big burst. Pyroblast are doing a lot of damage, so maybe going for a big Pyros is going to be a lot better. I'm starting to feel like it's going to be a big Pyro by these boys. Because I feel like the big Pyro on BFA is actually not bad with Pyroclasm, but because of the Master Blaster playstyle just being so much more prevalent, it's going to be really strong. So Pyroclasm might be really good at start, or maybe just Kindling. Just remove combustion windows, so you can get more Rune of Power with combustions. You know what I mean? Because now you can just drop big old meteors. Big old pyro in there. And just go for fireballs. And maybe Encounters will be a lot stronger because of that now, because you're going to be so more intermittent bursts. You're not going to have like the biggest burst possible anymore. Double stack and trinkets or anything like that. Unless they bring Blaster Master back in some concept, I think you just got to go for the base Fire Mage, which I'm really not against. It's going to be very similar to the PvP version of Fire Mages, you know? Minus the G-Pies, which I'm okay with. It's a very base version of Mage. But yeah, nothing to write home about, I'd say. It's good. It's not bad. Far from it. Main is a DK and I love to hand Frost back. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, let's take a look at... log it off. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to swap specs to Frost. Frost is a really good spec right now, dude. Frost is one spec that in BFA doesn't have a lot of trades that affect your gameplay, but overall... Wait, what? Are you on PTR? Or are you on live? Server restart in 14 minutes. Ah! Blizzard's doing the server restart, boys! Hold on, can I show you the server restart? Fuck. Hold on. Bam, I'm gone. Bam. We're doomed. We're doomed. No! No! You can't do that to me, Blizzard! You can't do this! Okay. We might have to play BFA, boys. Alright, let me show Frost real quick before we are fucking done, boys. Show Demon Hunter. Oh god, that's like the one spec that's the easy. It'll take me 3 minutes to show you Demon Hunter, dude. It'll be done like that. Alrighty, so Frost, what is Frost about? This is the build that I, Frost, what is new about Frost? In the main ability, nothing new, everything's the same. Frost abilities, there's not a lot of new, everything does quite a good damage overall. Everything is the same except for Flurry. It does like, instead of, it leaves a debuff. When it's a brain freeze proc, it will leave a debuff that you'll consume, so you don't have to have like timing or lots of haste for it. So that's gonna be nice. Frozen Orb is the same, 40% slow, so I think it's the same as live. Grants 1 charge of Fingers of Frost, I think. This is the same. Multi-attack gets to reduce the move speed by 60, I think it's all the same. All this is the same. Icy Veins is the same. You have images now, so that's really nice. And you'll get Icy Veins rank 2 to increase the duration. And then Cold Snap will reduce cooldown by 30 seconds, so you'll have a slightly faster. Cold Snap and Blizzard will have a bit more damage at a later time. Icicles is still the same. Shatter is all the same. So basically the same mage, but you do quite a lot of damage. So let me show you what the playstyle looks like. Yeah, we're gonna lust and we're gonna pop images here. Pop everything, boys. Popping everything. Popping everything. It does a lot of damage though. Holy shit. Like, does so much damage. Fuck. Okay, well I fucked up a little. Big spike. Big spike. Here we go. I think I got it. Yeah. So Frost Mage is gonna have a lot of bursts with a spike build. Glitch the spike. This is gonna be really solid. It does a lot of crit damage. This is the challenge that I'm running. You might end up running Ice Flows instead of Shimmer though, just so you can get all your casts off. And it doesn't really feel that bad to play. It does mean you'll need to like get used to it, but it's really not bad. But yeah, Thermal Void doesn't feel bad, Flare Frost doesn't feel bad, Comet Storm feels pretty good to play with. As Freezing Rain isn't bad for AoE at all. Evan Bolt still feels good, Frozen Touch will probably get better with gear. But yeah, Frost is going to be very base. It does a lot of high octane damage all the fucking time, dude. Glacial Spike is still going to be huge hits. So I think Frost is like the only spec that's going to be okay with this whole transition into Shadowlands, just because it plays really well now. And when you strip away all those Master Blasters and stuff, Frost is still going to be good. You know what I mean? It's already been tried and... I keep doing the same thing. Keep logging off when I meant to change specs. Fuck. Trying to show you Arcane. Arcane is a little bit weird. It's a little bit busy, but let me show you a little bit of Arcane. It's gonna have concerns about maybe some abilities should be taken off of GCD for it, for Arcane. But for the big Arcana mana, first of all, you have Mana Gems to back up. You're the only spec that gets Mana Gems, so you can craft a Mana Gem and use it to restore mana during your burst, so that's gonna be pretty cool. You also have Mirror Images. I think nothing else here is different. You could Fire Blast. Frost can also Fire Blast if you want to. It's kind of cool. Instant cast for PvP. Presence of Mind is still there. Prismatic Barrier is still there. slows evocation, arcane power. 3-minute cooldown though, so it's a pretty long cooldown now compared to like minute that you have right now on live. So that's gonna be pretty hefty of a cooldown, dude. But they're making all mages very, very similar with 3-minute, 2-minute cooldowns. But yeah, I think the spec is just gonna do a lot of blasting damage during CDs. Touch of the Magi is also baseline. It'll apply Touch of the Magi, and the more single target damage you do into that enemy, then it will explode in an area around them. Is there a cap with Arcane Explosion? There isn't a cap. So okay, that's one other spec with no cap for AoE. Touch of Magic doesn't have a cap either, doesn't look like. You'll get Arcane Barrage, so we'll do grants you 2% of your max mana per charge, so this will be better for mana regen. Presence of Mind will give you, instead of 2 Arcane Blast, 3. And Arcane Power will have its duration increased by 5 seconds later, so it's 10 seconds, gonna be 15 later. For a 3-minute cooldown though, it's pretty hefty. But the same, everything here is the same, everything here is the same. Shimmer only 1 stack, same everything here, same everything here, same everything here. Reverberate is the same, another tip is the same. Enlightened is the trait that I play and try to get in my gear for Arcane Mage on live right now. Is the one where if you're above certain mana, you do more damage. It's only 8% here. And below, your mana regen a little faster. Overpowered is the same, lots of damage. Time Anomaly I think is the same, maybe they increase the duration of buffs a little bit. Arcane Orb is the same too. So how do you play the spec? You would this one is going to be a little bit tough because there's so much setup and so many abilities you got to go through. So I'm going to go for a setup with charged up. I'm going to summon images. Probably should have done the rush order, but I'm going to get a full setup here. Now I can blast with my arcane power. So right before arcane power is over, I am going to go for Presence of Mind to get instacast. Wait, what? Presence of Mind? Oh, okay. Didn't press Presence of Mind. Wrong ability. But it's okay. And I'm trying to manage my mana as best as I can. I'm going to use the mana gem in between the casts, just so I can have more mana to work for. And you'll just be blasting as hard as you can, as Arcane Mages do, until you're out of mana and you'll go through vacation and reset. But you'll only be able to do this Arcane Power big burst every 3 minutes. So you better min-max the damage during those moments, boys. Better min-max it. But you get your mana back pretty quickly though, so at least that's not that bad. Yeah. So this will be interesting about the Arcane Mage, is that just the amount of mana you have and resource spending and dealing with. But you do a lot of base damage. Now mana management playstyle is going to be a lot more of a focus for you, like not going below a certain amount of mana. Essentially. And as a spec, but 15 seconds Arcane Power, but for 3 minutes though. Compared to live, which is at 1.5 minutes. But it might make the spec a little bit better because you'll have the biggest burst during those 3 minutes that it's up. And then you'll just kind of sustain your mana afterwards. And I like Enlighten because for single target this would be really good. Just playing around with your mana, right? The better you are at mana management and watching out for how much mana you have and not really going into like the big overdrive with your mana, you'll be in a good spot. And being able to line up, what is it? The Touch of the Magi too, together with Arcane Blast and everything is going to be really good for you. So the spec is not going to play that bad, honestly. It's going to be pretty base though. All the specs are going very, very base. They try to make mages a lot more similar to one another, essentially. Which might be good, might be bad in the process, but it's okay. Not having... You also don't have the back blink. You know that ability to reverse blink? Back to location? So that's gone out of the spec completely. So on mobility, they're about the same. On burst and cooldowns, they're about the same. I guess some are going to be better at cleave, some are better at AoE, some are going to be maybe better at single target. But mages are going to be very, very similar to one another from here on. Which some people like, some people don't. I don't blame you if you don't like this. But yeah, that's just kind of how things are. You are going to have a bit of a cooldown desync with your images, for example. Your Arcane Power too. I'm going to use 1 rune of power. But I'm going to still hold on and just cherish my mana. They do quite a bit of damage themselves, honestly. I think they'll probably do the most amount of damage of all the spec mages. But maybe that's because I had rune of power. They also can... Oh no, they do about the same. Gonna get mana back here in a bit, actually. Yeah. Gonna try to see if we can save mana for another go with latent power or arcane power. Here we go. Now we gotta set up with arcane power. Ah. We're gonna go for as much damage as we can, hopefully. Big 4K crits. and then it'll just burn. And you'll try to line up together Touch of the Magi in there too, because Touch of the Magi will just accumulate whatever arcane damage you do to the enemy, and then we'll release it after. So it's free damage basically, and it's damage that you'll do in AoE. But that will be part of like your pre-setup. So pre-setup for arcane mage is going to be insane. You're going to have Touch of the Magi, you're going to have yourself Rune of Power, you're going to have the mirror images, and then covenant abilities too, so you'll need to put a buff or a debuff for those. So arcane mage is mostly going to be preset, setup. Like, when do you actually get to play, right? That's going to feel a little bit weird, not going to lie. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Alright, we got 4 minutes on the thing. Arcane always been Mass Effect to me. It's kind of boring. You have to manage your mana, but that's it. Well, I'd say it was kind of mana management, but it never was a mechanic, and now it's actually a playstyle with Enlighten, which is a trait from BFA, which I like. I mean, just because it's simple doesn't mean it's bad, but I feel like Arcane Mage is another spec that has so little abilities, it could definitely get more. Adding a Touch of the Magi that you cast instead of a random proc Touch of Magi, I like that it gives them ability to cleave, to really funnel damage into one. Like, you'll pop Touch of the Magi, you'll pop Arcane Power, blast the shit out of the enemy, and that'll explode, right? And then you can go back, and once that's done, you can just go back to Arcane Exploding. But you can really get some big cleave with a single target focus on it. So I think it's really, really cool. Plus, Slipstream is going to make it very mobile, since Shimmer has a 20-second cooldown on it. Amplification could be really good with Slipstream too, maybe. Time Anomaly could be okay, maybe. Reverberate, another Tempest, all that's fine. I think that's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, I feel like it's still a spec that could have more abilities, you know what I mean? More creative, new stuff. Because it's been this way, Arcane Blasting and Barraging, for a while. I think this spec could have more in it. It's cool that they added some. 3 minutes, boys! Dude, I'm hoping that they have the servers down only for a limited amount of time, just because I have a video for tomorrow for Paladins. But it's like, what else am I gonna upload after? I didn't get through all the classes yet. Oh, but I do have a dungeon. I could put some footage of a dungeon that I ran. It was actually enjoyable. I did all the specs. Is Enigmatic Anti-Magic Zone back DK specs? Yes, it's a base ability, class-based ability. DH before time finishes. In 2 minutes, actually, with DH, with how little buttons you have, I could do it in 1 minute. We could speedrun DH. Nah, I have an accent. You guys won't understand what the fuck I'm saying when I'm speaking fast. Actually, you guys watch me do a duel, so you do go fast there. Nah. Hard Comet Storm hits for Frost. I think it's about 1,000. Again, numbers don't really matter, right? They're gonna adjust numbers. We're on level 50 characters too, so this aren't gonna be final numbers. But relative to what everything else hits, relatively, 1,100. The Glacial hits for about 1,200, non-crit. So Comet Storm could do a lot of damage if you pop like your pet freeze on top of enemies too. Assassin Rogue, they're pretty good. FM is back at least. Touch of the Magic makes up for a 3-minute cooldown on Arcane Power. Arc Blast mission sucks still. Arcane Blast? Yeah. I still think it's a spec that could have more in it. You know? It's a spec that could have a lot more with it. I don't think it's finished. You could change and add more. Because it's a spec that played Arcane Blast for fucking ever, dude. Eventually they adjust specs, you know what I mean? And I feel like this one, it'd be not bad. My friend Bounty Squid sub looks fun. Bounty Squid, whatever the hell that is, that sounds like fun, man. Hello, who has the alpha and uses Rogue Subtlety? I would like a good review of the specialization and if it can be translated into Spanish. I don't know how to answer that. I have a video on Rogues. I don't know if the YouTube has like subtitles for Spanish. Do you think Assassin is going to be the M+ spec over Alt and Shadowlands due to the AoE cap? Well, it depends if we are going to be doing big pulls or not. A lot of people are saying right now that yes, eventually you are going to be going for big pulls. However, early in Shadowlands you're not going to do big pulls, and maybe if you're able to get through smaller pulls but super quickly, might be more efficient than big pulls very slowly. I don't know. Maybe the big pulls will fade away, the meta. I doubt it though, but if it's a big pull meta, Assassin is a good spec for AoE damage, but I don't think it's the best AoE spec for that kind of damage. And we're dead. No! Is there any new updates? Like, is there like a blue post or something on the alpha? Like, we're going down to maintenance, or we're getting a new build out. That'd be great. It's like, hey, we're getting a new build for the alpha. In development. Raid test and schedule November 22nd in development. What? November 2019? Oh god, that's from a while ago. I guess it should show you guys what I'm looking at, right? I'm looking at the forum post to see if there's like some sort of update for alpha. New. Because if I go to the Blitz tracker, there's like from 2019, dude. That was a while ago. For Hive Mind and Nelotha. Oh wait, this says BFA stuff? Let's do... Yeah, so we can separate it if there's any new updates. I doubt it though. There's feedback to classes. How to join the Shadowlands test. Why heirlooms should be removed. Enhanced Shamans has been nerfed across the board. It feels more like a support. Not really, no. I wish I could actually share with you some enhanced to tell you what is wrong with it, what I like and what I don't like. I think it's definitely not finished. It seems that they took the talents of enhancement of Battle for Azeroth, which has had time to evolve, and plays around the Maelstrom system, but then it collides with the old school philosophy of the original enhancement Shaman, right? Certain abilities are just not working together. I mean, there's like a totem bar, right? There's a totem bar, which we haven't seen forever. So Blizzard just ripped totem bar from old expansions into the game just to add it. So it hasn't been cleaned up or anything. That's kind of what it tells me. Siren Totem doesn't really do a lot of damage. It's back, but does it ask us, like, should we use it or not? There's a talent that coordinates with it, but it seems to do very little damage. It just seems enhancement. Maybe it's because of all this lack of haste. You just don't have enough globals to get through your abilities at all. It seems that the procs that the enhancement is getting are very similar, like from the talent procs, are very similar in the fashion of BFA of current enhancement, where it's all about like hitting those procs ASAP and then building when you don't need to. But with the abilities being on cooldown, it just doesn't have that same feel, you know? The procs, I feel like, need to either happen a lot more often, or you need to do a lot more. Because the playstyle, it does have gaps. It does have times where you're just waiting on things to be off of cooldown, which is what enhancement used to be like. But then the procs kind of come in. They don't come in often, and they don't stick around for a while. But if they come in for this playstyle, they either need to happen more often. So, you know, you just change the priorities of abilities all the time regularly. Or you get a proc once in a while, but it's a big proc. So as soon as a proc for ability happens, it becomes priority, big damage off of it. And then you're just forgetting about it until it happens again. So certain abilities like become empowered. Like if you have Hot Hand, your Lava Lash does a lot more damage, and it has a much shorter cooldown. But that playstyle just doesn't feel quite right. I feel like Lava should just be a huge hit, maybe. And also Rock Biter feels so weird to play. Did Rock Biter always exist for Enhance? I feel like it didn't exist before. Thanks for the Warrior video. I'm glad you enjoyed it, my man. How do you feel about Stormbringer being mixed with everything? Stormbringer... What's Stormbringer again? What is the music? I can link it. Stormbringer. God, I wish I was on the alpha right now to see what you mean. Wait, Stormbringer, isn't that the one that randomly resets Stormstrike procs? I'm okay with it. I'm not against Stormbringer at all if that's the one. If that's someone else, then please update me. Okay, Mage, keeping up the mana region buff like BM Hunter Training Frenzy would be cool. Well, they're gonna get that kind of sorted with Arcane Barrage. So on the Stormstrike proc resets, I'm okay with it. No, I'm not against that at all. But right now, it's just you have so many different little mechanics. I mean, you have a dot now with Flame Shock, which has been literally ripped away from LA Shamans. It hasn't been adjusted for enhance with its different cooldown or different duration. You have Rock Biter, and it seems that all the talents in the talent row, they've added some new talents like Storm, the one with what is that Elemental Shaman artifact weapon ability? Is the artifact ability Storm? They all have names like Storm Strike, Storm Howl, Stormbringer, Storm everything. It's just so hard to keep up with. I wish I had it in front of you, but the one where it gives you 2 free lightning bolts or 2 free chain lightnings, and usually has a Stormkeeper. The one that lets you do more damage, yeah, with the 2 zaps for free. So that's added for enhance. But then you also have a Maelstrom weapon playstyle where certain abilities become instant cast, and it just feels like, okay, it's in a game. But are you supposed to just like use it when you get a Maelstrom and then Lightning Bolt, Lightning Bolt? Lightning Bolts feel like they do very little damage to be worth the press sometimes. Your Wolves, I mean, your Wolves also have these buffs that give you like, let's say, they'll give you a buff for your Lava Lash to give a dot, right? And it's a good buff. And when you're doing building and spending, usually you'll just, when you're spending, you'll try to maintain that Lava Lash. And you can spend as much Maelstrom as you want to. You don't have a cooldown. But with this, having a cooldown, your Lava Lash has a dot, and you press it, the dot falls off, and you're like, I got double the red wolves. So then you should like extend that dot or something like that. You know what I mean? Totems should not be on the GCD. I'm okay with totems being on GCD if they're really strong. Like Siren Totem really gotta slap. Siren Totem really gotta hammer the damage. But it doesn't do a lot of damage right now, but it would feel better if it did a lot more. But it's not terrible. See, it feels like that there's some so it feels that they have the talent system of Battle for Azeroth abilities with certain abilities just piled in there that kind of sort of work, but not really. And there's so many different builds that give you different focus for the playstyle. And all that is just the focus of those talents was building and spending, but they just took away the cost. So it's all on cooldown now. So certain abilities just feel like they don't have nearly as big, like, what is the big one? Your Earth Spike, right? The one at the very bottom of the row next to Ascendance, the one that's like an Earthen Spike that makes any mistake more nature damage and physical damage. With that one as enhanced in BFA, you can set up, you can get full bar Maelstrom, right? Get a couple procs. Get your Wolves rolling. And then you could just slam, Storm Strike, and other abilities that cost Maelstrom that also nature. But here you can kind of like make sure you don't have Storm Strike on cooldown. Get enough Maelstrom weapon, spike it, Storm Strike, Lightning Bolt, and I guess Rock Biter. If nothing procs, you don't continue that damage, so you lose out on the value. Which that talent was designed with a low damage number. If it was like 100% more damage, I feel like it would be better. It would have been like big value, big pull. And if anything procs, even bigger value. But it needs to have a minimal value. But with the current enhancement, you can set up that value yourself by getting a full bar Maelstrom. So at least you have someone to work with. And so it just seems like it's a little disjointed, right? You have the ideology of BFA for your talents, just no cost, but also you have the play styles and certain abilities from the old school, and they don't really work together. It's not a handshake. It's like really just wrestling each other and clashing against one another. With specific builds, it actually works out pretty well, but only in specific talents. I would want my talents to complement and already... So Blizzard needs to figure out what exactly the one out of Enhancement Shaman. Do the one just old school Shaman. So this should bring them a lot more of the old school abilities and old school play style for it, right? Basic rotation should be old school. It should be almost nothing of the other abilities, or repurpose them to fit that theme. And then talents that complement that play style. But right now you have talents that complement the old play style, while you don't have the same old play style anymore. So it doesn't fit sometimes. Puzzles don't fit. You can maybe make an image. It's like putting puzzles together, but some puzzles don't fit, and you try to make it fit, and it just looks rough. So there's issues in terms of the actual feel when it comes to playing it. The biggest issue I would think is just the player itself, just getting over the whole building and spending mechanic. It's so hard to drop, but it doesn't help that there's talents that just kind of clash against one another in playstyles. What do you think about Stormstrike being a physical damage? Shouldn't be nature damage. I'm okay with it being physical damage. Maybe it should be like a half and half. I feel like if they made it half and half, I think it'd be okay. But yeah, they have a mix of a bunch of talents. The new talents they added, Searing Assault, are cool, but most of them don't fit. Yeah, even Searing Assault, like, I like the idea, but the totem just, like, doesn't really do that much damage. And you used to have a cool playstyle where you would put a flame shock on an enemy. Like, AoE is the biggest jarring issue with Enhanced right now, right? AoE has so many moving parts, but none of them work together. So you still have your Crash Lightning, which does quite a bit of damage, and it does make your Storm Strikes and Flame Shocks cleave, but it has still that low number, small number, so when you Storm Strike, which is not often enough in the new Shaman, it barely does damage. But you're still just... So basically, you're just single targeting. Normally, you'll be able to drop down like an AoE totem, Flame Shock an enemy, Lava Lash, Flame Shock spreads on everybody, now you have even dots. But right now you have a weird playstyle. If you want to do like pure AoE, you have to Flame Shock an enemy, Storm Strike, get a talent that resets shocks on Storm Strike, Flame Shock a second target, and basically just swapping, every time you Flame Shock, you tap target, and you Crash Lightning, and you're trying to like Storm Strike and Lava Lash people in the same area, and when you have full Maelstrom, you Chain Lightning, which is just so little damage right now, and it does not feel good to play altogether. It just does not. I like the idea of Chain Lightning coming back, but it doesn't feel like maybe... There's just something clunky about that whole thing together. It just feels like you have old school playstyle, which use Maelstrom, but it doesn't work well. I kind of like the ability of Fire Nova, right? Where you would flame... the full Fire Nova playstyle from back in the day, you would flame... Put a Flame Shock on an enemy, Lava Lash to spread that Flame Shock, and then Nova. So the more enemies you have, they'll radiate fire. And you could drop down Magma Totem to radiate fire damage on top of them as well. And you would just do single target abilities and then press Fire Nova every time that's up, every single time, when you have so many enemies. Instant cast, Lightning Bolts on Ice at least? Yeah, but I feel like they should do a lot more damage. They don't seem to do enough damage at all. They just, like, they do as much damage as a Lava Lash, and it's like... As an Ice, I don't even do enough damage. It feels like a Rock Biter. And it's like... I don't like it. You know what I mean? I wanted to do good damage. I wanted to do a lot. At least I feel like it would feel better if it did, right? Because you kind of... I mean, you're not building for things anymore. But you kind of are building for things. It's not a full bar that you build and spend. But you're building for it. And you have an ability. It should be a good hitter. I feel like the buff from your... There's certain buffs that are also not working well either. I think the buff from your Elemental Blast, like where you have like all types of elements and it gives you a buff for Haste, Crit, or Mastery. I feel like that buff should last longer. It should last longer. Let's say old school challenges and old school talents from Manila, but Shadowlands make damage tweaks to scale. I don't know, but maybe like two-hand enhance I think could be cool. But outside of that, I don't really know about vanilla. I don't know if that would work either, because they're more taking the Cataclysm Shaman or Missa Pandaria Shaman. I think if they brought back the playstyle of Missa Pandaria Shaman with certain talent adjustments, I think that would be the best one, honestly. What about Ellie? Ellie feels a lot better. It doesn't have the Builder Spender, which is a little awkward to play, but I guess all you just do is Lava Burst whenever you have it. So Ellie feels very consistent in damage. You never really feel like you're doing burst damage, but it feels like you're doing always consistent damage. Kind of like the current elemental that isn't used in the meme build, right? And you have some changes. Wowhead, what do we have? Possible blood of body jewelry. Oh, I've shown you this before, but yeah, they're thinking of adding maybe body jewelry. Or these are found in the files. But yeah, I saw this yesterday, Cran. I was telling you a little bit about it. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Because people are going to have be shirtless anyway, so you might as well, right? Interesting, though, because I feel like whoever was working on it, people would be walking around the office and be like, this guy's a creep. This guy's a creep. Creep. Yeah. Like, we take a look at the Shaman things, right? BFA two-hand enhancement shaman. Is that real? Or is that on this private server? Two-hand enhancement shaman. I guess he's using every ability he can while keeping a two-hander. I guess that's cool. Restore stream power lightning bolt. I find lightning bolt power with overcharge comfortable place lava lash and rotation. Couldn't use storms like dual weapon. Yeah, so that actually doesn't actually go into like what I was thinking of. To be fair to enhance is a big haste spec. I think Stormstrike procs will be much more frequent when you have loads of haste. It'll make everything feel much better. Maybe. But do we have more? Do we have more? New troll customizations, Shadow. Oh, we've seen that. Undead. Oh yeah, the less bony versions. I do like the blue skin. So they don't. So they didn't have a good one here in the on Wowhead. Like there's still some bony parts poking through. They couldn't completely hide them. But I think it's more the guy on the Wowhead couldn't quite do it because there's still ribs showing, and ankles look a little weird, or knees look a little weird. Linking to somebody? Okay. Apparently if someone wants to give feedback to Shadowlands without access, they can't. Shame, really? Wait, so if you don't have... Wait. I mean, I have access to Shadowlands, but I can't give back... Can I give feedback? Can I write anything? Can I reply? 4 days ago. Can I write anything? It doesn't show me where I can give my feedback. Oh, wrong. Is there any customizations alpha? Well, they have Wowhead stuff for character customization, but nothing you can actually customize. Sometimes you can make a new character like a Night Elf, and you can randomize certain parts, and I got like new Night Elf hair that is normally shouldn't be unlocked. But yeah. Only people with access can post in the alpha forums? Really? I mean, I have access. I have alpha, but it won't let me post. Huh. I mean, I have alpha. Let's see if alpha's back up, actually. I doubt it, but we'll see. We're back, boys. What character should we look at? I don't think we got anything new. It probably just has a restart or something. Maybe they were trying to fix some hotfix something, but I doubt they actually changed anything. I'd rather see something on Wowhead about it. Titles had the same issue, but he fixed it somehow and posted a Druid post. Huh. Maybe I gotta log out, log back in. Maybe that's what I gotta do. New building? I don't think so. But we'll just have to wait and see. Funnest class so far. I like Rogue. I like Hunter. Hunter's pretty cool. Death Knight is really fun. Monk's pretty good. Warrior feels good to play. Priest feels pretty good to play, actually. Druid feels pretty good. It's a little weird, but it feels pretty good. Paladin feels awesome. Paladin feels great. Show Pala? Okay, let's show Pala. Paladin's have a lot of cool things, man. Whoa. Hello. Yeah, it seems like there's a bunch of people that are 53 right now. I wonder if there's enough people to queue dungeons, or if anybody else is queuing dungeons, because that'd be kind of cool. So Paladins have a lot more things that a Paladin can do. Actually, we looked at Paladins the other day, so I guess I'll be a bit more brief in this video, or in this here stream about Paladins. We looked at it before, but... Take a look at the Paladin as they are right now. If I knew how to Holy Paladin better, I'd go healing, dude. But I'll do ZPS. That seems easier. So Paladins have a lot more abilities in the base toolkit now. Avenging Wrath is there for everybody. Blessing of Freedom, Blessing of Protection, and Sacrifice available for red as well. Consecration is basic for all specs, and you also have more auras. The Corsair aura that gives everybody extra movement speed. It has an interesting interaction with your Aura Master, which gives you faster movement speed. Look how fast I am, dude. I'm fast as fuck, boy. Really quick. Real fast. I'm the fastest. Crusader Strike is in the game. Cost mana for all specs. Devotion Aura is base for all Paladins. Divine Shield, Divine Seed, Flash of Light, Hammer of Justice. Hammer's pretty good. Kala is fixed. Oh, they fixed Kren to fix that quest I was doing yesterday with you. With Kala and the cat thing. That's fixed apparently. They fixed that. Hammer of Wrath is also available for all specs. Will be usable as an execute until you get it in rank 2. It can be used during wings. Shield of Watch is available for everybody too. Word of Glory is available for every spec again as well. Taking a little look at holy abilities. Your main play style now is going to be all about holy power. So how do you generate holy power? Well, you can run up to the enemy and hit him with a Crusader Strike. That generates some holy power. How else do you do it? You can heal an ally with Holy Shock. Wait, that's an enemy target. Oh, it's a Horde. That's an alliance again. We heal ally with Holy Shock. That generates holy power. Or if you put your beacon on an ally and you heal him with a Holy Light, also generates holy power. Flash of Light also generates holy power as long as you heal the beacon of light target. Now, what do you do with that holy power? Use it on Word of Glory, of course. So it's going to make it a little bit easier for holy paladins to be less mana intensive. However, you also need holy power for Light of Dawn. So that'll be interesting, because that's your big AoE heal. Heals for quite a bit, but it only heals 5 injured allies in the front of cone, so you kind of want to make sure you're maxing it. So I think if you have like 3 or 4 allies that need healing, you probably won't heal them with that. You'll use other abilities. You have Divine Protection on a minute cooldown still. Holy Light, long cast, but efficient. Then Flash Heal, which is a short cast, inefficient, but gets the job done real quick. Judgment still in the game. A lot of marches, so you can transfer some of your health to an ally. Quite a bit, so if it crits, it does not get the benefits of Beacon of Light. So if, let's say, I'm healing the pet, the Beacon of Light target doesn't get a heal, but it does quite a lot of damage to me, though. So that's an emergency heal. Infusion of Light, your Holy Shock crits on only Holy Shocks. No longer your Light of Dawn. Give you a buff that either makes your next Flash of Light do more healing, so it'll be a stronger heal, or no, reduce the cast or Flash of Light to make it a faster heal, or long 2.3 second heal with Holy Light, but a big heal. So no longer fast big heals or better Flash of Lights, which made no sense. So now you either get a long cast for a big heal or a really quick heal. That's essentially what's going to be the playstyle. And then you have talents. Master is still the same, so Master better healing the closer you are to the target. So if I heal him up close, he just has a little bit better healing compared to if I'm like max range and I try to heal him. Well, not crit, but what if you do this again? Crit again. What if you do it again? Just slightly different. Not too much though, right? Not too bad. Not the worst. But yeah, that should maybe help you with mana, having a Word of Glory and stuff. It's gonna make AoE healing a little bit weird with Light of Dawn for sure. Now you gotta finish it and show me. Okay. Well, you remind me, okay? Remind me about it. What else is new? Talents are a little different. You have Glimmer of Light on the same row as Beacon of Faith and Beacon of Virtue. Sanctified Wrath. So Glimmer's back. You can still play it, or you play one of these. You can go Melee Wings with Glimmer, which is cool, or Sanctified Wrath for what's that talent that you had in BFA? But it gives you a similar thing, like Wrath lasts longer and Holy Shock cooldown reduced on the same row as Awakening. Everybody has Divine Purpose, Holy Avenger, and Seraphim for all 3 specs of Paladins. You have Served by Light, which is like a trait, I think, normally. But they baked it into a talent on the same row as Judgment of Light and Holy Prism. And everything else is mostly the same. Feels pretty good to play them. Then you have, what else you got? Prot Prod feels good. Prod feels pretty good to play. Prod is actually quite enjoyable. It's also based on holy power, like the other spec. But it doesn't feel too bad with holy power, honestly. Look at the haste. So, just a bunch of abilities generate holy power now. Like your shield, judgment generates holy power. Your, what is it? What is this called again? Temple's Verdict? Hammer Righteous. And to use your shield, you'll spend holy power now. Which isn't that bad. And as your judgment, passive, your shining word stacks up, and when you have 3 stacks, your word of glory, which is your main heal, replacing your paladin heal, is going to be free and cost no holy power. So essentially you can use word of glory to heal yourself or allies, but you don't need to, right? Because it'll be stacking up on its own, and you want you to heal yourself immediately. So essentially now you can maintain Shield of Righteous basically almost all the time. Almost. You'll have gaps, but it's a little bit better than the original playstyle, I'd say. Still have holy power. But yeah, shield can be maintained almost all the time, which is quite nice. It's slow. I don't. There we go. Yeah, pretty cool, right? So it's gonna be very good on defensives. What else is new for this spec in particular? Nothing new here. You have Blessed Sack, you have Hammer Wrath, so you can do executes. You'll be able to use them during wings as well, so it's going to be a lot of holy power generation. Ardent Defender still in the game. Avenger Shield. Guardian of Kings 5 minutes. Yeah, that's essentially the only thing that's different. You have some cool talents though. I like some of the talents. You have Holy Shield still in the game. Redoubt. Shield of Righteous increases your strength and stamina by 2% for 6 seconds up to a 3. So if you got a boss where you can use some strength and stam, this could be really good for survivability. On the same row is Holy Shield and Blessed Hammer. You also have First Avenger. Avenger's Shield hits 2 additional enemies and grants an Absorb Shield for 100% of the damage dealt. So the more enemies you hit with it, the more the shield is going to be. The bigger the shield is going to be. Then you have Moment of Glory. During Ardent Defender, every melee attack against you triggers Grand Crusader. So as you pop in Ardent Defender in a trash pack and keys, you'll just be spamming shield over and over. So you can just have mass silence if you're using this inside of a trash pack. Fist of Justice still in the game. All that stuff is in the game. Repentance, Blinding Light, Spell Warding, Cavalier, Unbreakable. All is the same. This row is the same for all 3 specs with Divine Purpose, Holy Avenger, and Seraphim. Holy Avenger, your holy power generation is tripled for 3 minutes, so godlike. Seraphim, lots of stats for 3 holy power for 15 seconds. A Divine Purpose, holy power spending abilities have a chance to give you free procs for Divine Purpose, increase in damage or healing of your next holy ability. So whether you heal, whether you do damage, it's gonna be free. Hand of Protector, now Word of Glory can be used. It gives you 300% more healing based on missing health. So now that can be used with others with Hand of Protector. Or you go Consecrated Ground for slow, or Judgment of Light. And then you have pretty cool row down here. Longer Wings with Judgment generating extra holy power. Or Righteous Protector, each holy power spent into a finisher reduces the cooldown of Wings and Guardian of Ancient Kings by a second. So you could get a 3-minute Guardian of Ancient Kings possibly. And like a shorter wings, so like Vision of Perfection wings. Pretty cool, right? Or Final Stand on that row where when you bubble, you taunt all targets around you. So that's a pretty cool row, and I think lots of potential for prop paladins, man. I'm very happy about what they got. They seem to be one of the better tanks right now in terms of the play. Just a lot of toolkits and a lot of abilities, and just like where they evolved into. Or you go for Red. Now Red's pretty cool. They have Sacrifice, which is awesome. They have Hammer Wrath base, which is awesome. Word of Glory for allies assist. And for abilities, they also have Wake of Ashes. Only 3 holy power instead of 5. And does have a cap on targets, but it's okay. Still really, really strong. The only thing that's different about Red, though, is your Crusader Strike costs mana. So let's say if you're spamming Flashlight to heal an ally, like in PvP, eventually you'll just have no mana for Crusader Strike. So if you're playing something like Selfless Healer, you really won't be able to do much about it, right? You'll kind of be screwed for a bit. Yeah, so I have Selfless Healer. I won't really be able to heal an ally until I have more mana. And even if I can, If I heal an ally, bam, I can't Crusader Strike anymore. It's going to be a little bit tough for mana, boys. So, talent of healing hands might be better in this row if you're trying to go like selfless healer. Or you'll have to manage your mana. You can't just spam out mana. Right now, Paladins, if you're in PvP or PvE, you can just spam mana because nothing else costs mana, only Flash of Light. But in BFA or Shadowlands Alpha, mana means something. So you can just gimp yourself on mana. So if I'm regular playing the playstyle, because of the mana cost of Crusader Strike, it will constantly take my mana down a hair. So it's really difficult to gain mana back, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. So being a bit more mana efficient is going to be a priority. So you might even have to press Word of Glory if you need an ally and they're in big need. You don't have the mana, but they need a heal now. You can hit Word of Glory if you sacrifice your damage. So sometimes I think you'll have to make a tough decision as a... Oh, yeah, every time you target a human, female, they'll get so kind of fucked. Like the, there's a bit of lag every time you target one. But yeah, sometimes you'll just need to sacrifice Holy Power just to get a heal for an ally. So I think that'd be fun. It'd be interesting for sure. But it's kind of cool. I want to make a druid and I need to unlock Zandalari. Okay. Druid forms are dope. Yeah, Zandalari druid forms are pretty dope. I got the special challenge bearer, which was loved. The challenge mode 1, Mage Tower, I think it was called. Yeah, Mage Tower was pretty cool back in Legion. Affliction's my favorite spec in the game when good, but not a fan of the other two specs. Hunter, I like all three, but sick of BM. DK, I'm been for like 10 years, so I'm getting a little bit bored. Been tanking, so I have nice options. But tanking is nice to have options. Can't disagree. How's MM looking? MM is good. I made a video on Hunter MM. Crane, if you can help him out with that. Thank you. They're really good though. Marksman feels the best, I think, out of all three specs of Hunter. At least right now. Basically the same playstyle as BFA, just minus all the traits. And it feels the best overall. I think this got it down well with focus and stuff. Which I had Alpha. What's up, Blaine? Hope you're having a good one. Does Repentance cost mana? Let me check. Repent does cost a little bit of mana. It's 120, but I have 2,000 mana. So percentage-wise, it shouldn't be a lot of mana, but it does cost mana. So I think as a ret, you just cannot go It's bad to go because if you go it's going to be super hard to recover, right? So you might need to start sacrificing Word of Glory, Holy Power into Word of Glory to get some real heals though. So you will have to choose between doing damage and healing. But there's some other specs that have that same choice, like Fury Warriors have the same choice too, and they're defensive. Sometimes they'll just have to sacrifice the rage so they can survive. Because, if you don't survive, you can't do damage. Right? So that'd be interesting. I think it may allow you for very interesting choices. First person in 20 years I ever subscribed to it? Really? Awesome. Now you're in this, just want to say this. Love the mustache. Hey, thanks man. Appreciate it. Could show rank 2 passive to unlock during leveling. Can you show rank 2 passive that you unlock during level? Yeah, I can. Rank 2 passives for Paladin are all the same. You got Concentration Aura. Same as old school Concentration Aura. Sense Dead, so you can see dead on the minimap. Retribution Aura rank 2, so when with Retribution Aura, if an ally around you dies, you gain Avenger's Wrath for 8 seconds, so it'll be 12 seconds. And then Hammer Wrath rank 2, so during Wings you can use it. All specs will have it. So Paladins feel like a Paladin, not like Red, Prot, and Holy. So that's gonna be really cool. What about Restasham? Dude, I don't know what the hell Restasham is supposed to be. Can we take a look at Restasham? That's the one spec of Shaman that I do not understand properly. Okay, here we go. Look at BDC for a sec. What are you going to main Dala? Rogue, easily. No point in switching that. Okay. Out of this enhancement. Onto the restoration. Can you do a Holy Priest? You can do Priest. We did Holy yesterday, man. There's a stream from yesterday if you want to check it. Maybe. What the fuck am I gonna put you? 5. So I got a new totem. Every time I heal, it also can heal allies. Every time I do damage, it also damages enemies. But it's like I still can't move it. Okay, it's supposed to be able to move around. But it does AoE damage, but you gotta move it closer for the AoE. Oh, it works off of instants. Oh, that could be really good. Alright, let me make sure I'm in the right talent setup gear. So what the hell you play as enhancement? I mean, Restum. I don't know what's new. Surge of Earth, consume up to 3 charges of Earth Shield to heal allies. Cloudburst Storm seems to be the same. I will need to go over with a Restoration Shaman to see if anything is different for this spec. Because for the most part, I understand Elemental and I understand Enhancement, but Resto is something I just don't understand. Put this here. Take it over here. Okay, I think that's where I had all my heals. Feels like I'm missing abilities. I'm not. Now I need to use War Shield. Forgot about that. And I think everything else is still here. Let's put it up here. Okay. And put this here. Okay. How the fuck do I figure out? Okay, chat. Does anybody here play Resto Sham? Would you be able to tell me what's new or not? I'll mouse over abilities, boys, so you can see what is new, what isn't new. But yeah, Resto Shaman and Alpha. Make sure a bit of Elia and all that after. Mate, I go into a first person visual cluster. I have some till now. As you have, yes, I am. Whoa. A Warlock, Doritos. Hey, Doritos, how you doing? Alright, let's take a look at what Shaman has. So Shaman has Ancestral Spirits, that's a res. Astral Recall for an extra Hearthstone, which honestly I can put it like right here. Astral Shift is a wall. Bloodlust still is a good old lust, 5-minute cooldown. Capacitor Totem with 1-minute cooldown, stun everybody for 3 seconds. I think it's the same as live. Chain Heal that'll jump to 3 most injured allies. Healing is reduced by 30 per jump. Chain Lightning, but it affects 3 total targets. No cooldown on it. I don't know if at one point it did or didn't. Earth Elemental is still same. Earthbind Totem can now be thrown to a set location now. So you don't need to have Earthbind Totem always be stuck on top of you. I don't know if that's like that in live or not. Maybe that's like that on live. Far sight so you can really go super far and see shit. Ooh. Wait, I kind of want to explore. I want to explore this stuff. Oh. Wait, am I going too far? Let's go over here. Oh. Ah. Yeah, it looks dope. This looks fucking awesome, dude. What? Wait. Oh. I've never been here. I've always seen this from afar, but at the time you couldn't access this place from below. Oh my god. Can I get on top of these things? Nope, I can't. Ooh, oh, that looks cool. I wonder if there's like a hidden thing over there. I feel like there would be something hidden over here, dude. Nope. Let me show you guys what the Carrion like order hall looks like. I think I might be able to walk over there here in a bit. If I can get close enough, I can reach it. Trust. This went from a let's take a look at the rest of Shaman to hey, let's go exploring stream. Hope you guys don't mind. Oh shit. Can I go over there? Man. Dude, Firestar is so cool. We're trying to get over there. I think we gotta go over here, and then we can jump on there. So we gotta go for a long... Oh, we can go... Oh, yeah. Let's cover some distance. Let's cover some distance, boys! Where did Maelstrom go? No Maelstrom. They just removed it. They just yeeted it out of there, dude. Which might be a better for the spec. The old school Shaman, because they used to play without Maelstrom a while ago. Okay, so we're heading over here so we can try to get close enough. Because normally you have to do the full questline for the Bastion area, and then you'll be able to unlock that area. But you don't actually get to join the Kyrian, they just get to, like, explore. Okay, we're pretty close. Can we reach something? What the fuck? Okay, let's take it over here. Are we still inside of the thing? Okay, we're like inside of a thing. Okay, now we're above it. Yes. Now I can show you guys what this place looks like. I could get here on my rogue. Fuck, what the fuck? Okay, I'm in a wall. But I can get here on my rogue normally. Am I in the wall? I hope not. I think I am. Okay, we can get out of the wall. Whee! Look at this place. Wait, let me go to the town center, dude. The town square. So this is like the center area here. There's supposed to be a thing in the middle, but I guess it didn't spawn. There's supposed to be like a big fixture in the middle here. There's stuff over here. But I guess because they didn't advance far enough in the story, you can actually see this. And you can go up there, dude. That's a pretty cool place. This is like the main Covenant area. You can't really do anything there on live right now, but it's cool either way. There's supposed to be a flight path guy, and you can go all the way up here. Like, I could actually go there on my rogue, but I just decided I might as well show you guys. Look at this, dude. Isn't it so cool? Flutters in the wind. It reminds me of the Warrior Order Hall in a way, right? But like more angelic version. Less yellow, more bluish. More sky color. Much like the alpha? Dude, I haven't even done... Usually I try to get every one of my alts a key before Tuesday reset. I've done 2 alts. And I couldn't remember which ones I did. Not even my main did a key from last week, man. That's how much. Good fam. So, weapon or Maelstrom is back? Yeah, Maelstrom weapons are back, but that's about it. Maelstrom itself is a thing is not. Okay, we'll go back. Let's see what our Rust is all about. We went exploring. I had a lot of fun doing that, honestly. I had fun. Okay. So what else is new? Capacitor, chain heal, we looked at that. Flame tongue, flame lash. So flame tongue weapon you can put on your weapon. It doesn't actually give you any buffs. I mean, if you go whacking the enemy with Primal Strike, you can. Primal Strike is back, so every spec Shaman can melee. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't really do that much damage. You're not going to make it a part of your regular gameplay, though. Doubt is going to be a part of your rotation. You have Light and Shield if you want to have access to it. Ghost Wolf, Healing Stream Totem, every spec gets it. Healing Surge, Frog, Hex, Lightning Bolt, you know, basics. Searing Totem does a little bit of damage, doesn't do a lot though. Purge, Tremor Totem, Water Walking, Wind Shear, Reincarnation. And this is a Necrolord, says here Trainer, but I think you need to see the Necrolord Trainer. I don't think we actually get to use that yet. Plus I already have the Kyrian ability, so I wonder why Primordial Bolt is there. Weird. They have Earth Shield for being a resto baseline. Healing Rain is still in the game. Heals for 6 allies, which I think is normal. Maybe it's 8 on live. Healing Tide Totem heals all party and raid members for the same amount. Huh. Which pauses and healing all party members for 70. So this works for party and raid. I think this used to have a cap. But I guess they're trying to make Shamans a little bit better for dungeons and raids. Healing Wave is there to heal an ally, fairly long cast, but does decent heals. Then you have damage abilities. You have Manatite Totem back. Summon a Manatite Totem at the feet of the caster, granting 100% mana regen to party and raid members within 15 yards. So this is good. You done your Mythic Plus? Not today. Haven't done one yet. I think I'm gonna hang out in Shadowlands for a bit, and then I got raid tonight. Purify Spirit to remove curse and magic effects. We got Riptide for instacast heal. We got still Spirit Link with a 3-minute cooldown. I believe that's the same as Live, but I could be wrong. Has a 10% damage reduction. Spirit Walker's Grace is baseline, but I think it was already for Shaman. Water Shield is back, so it will give you back mana. And every melee gives you mana back, so in PvP it'll be pretty interesting. Lava Surge, Mastery is still the same. The more healing, the less the health. Direct crits of certain heals refund mana and tidal waves. Cast in Chain Heal or Riptide reduces cast time of your next healing wave by 20% and increases the critical effect of your next healing surge. Stack it up 2 times. That's pretty cool. So if I Chain Heal, then the next cast is going to be a little bit better, right? Cool. And then they kind of just plays into one another. You can just chain one another. And talents, I think, are not that different. We got Torrent, Undulation, Unleash Life, every 3rd heal, so that's the same. Direct heal, even more, okay. Let's use for a bit extra, actually. Echo of the Elements, so you have 2 charges of abilities, Deluge, Healing Wave, Healing Surge, and Chain Heal. Heal for additional 20% on targets affected by Healing Rain or Riptide. That could be pretty good. Or Surge of Earth, which is just going to consume some of your Earth Shield. And just insta-heal for 20 seconds. So how much healing does that do? Heals you for half 1,000, so I guess it would be pretty decent as a talent. But I don't think it would be all that great, though. My UI is kind of bugging out, but Alpha Boys. We got us a Spirit Wolf, Earth Grab Totem, and Static Charge. Is this replace? It does not replace your Earthbind Totem, so... still have totems. Ancestral Vigor, it will target heal with Healing Wave, Healing Surge, Chain Heal, or Riptide. Gain increased health, so... nice. Or you can go Earthen Wall, which will reduce damage with a certain health pool for a minute. Or Ancestral Protection, which is a 5-minute cooldown, will give a B-Res. 10% increased health. 40 is Nature Guardian. When you drop below a certain amount of health, you instantly heal. 45-second cooldown. Spirit Grace reduces the cooldown. Spirit Walker is rated with 60 seconds, which is normally it's so down to a minute. Increasing movement speed while it's active. Nice. And Wind Rush. Cool. Flash Flood. Every time when you consume tidal waves, the casting of the next heal is reduced by 20%. What? That's tidal waves. That's tidal waves. Casting of healing. Let's say press. The next cast is going to be even faster. Isn't normal tidal waves reduce cooldown? So I guess this maybe will be for Healing Surge. So this will be crit and then faster cast. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's still cool. So either 2 fast casting healing waves or a slightly slower healing surge into a slightly faster healing surge for emergencies. Cool. Downpour, burst of water on the target location, heals up to injured allies 12 yards. Cooldown increase 5 seconds for each target effectively healed. Or Cloudburst, which I think is going to be meta. I think it's the same. High Tide, every 5,000 mana you spend, you get making your next 2 chain heals, additional 10%, or not reduce the jumps. So better AoE healing or just healing on groups. Wellspring creates a surge of water that flows forward, healing friendly allies wide arc in front of you. Or Ascendance that gives an instant heal. So I think the spec is going to be mostly the same, right? I don't see any changes. Then first plus 15, heavy try DH in the alpha. I have, yeah. You show me new mounts. I don't really know. Is there like a tab that I can do like? You kind of have to look for new mounts yourself, right? Like actually just looking. I don't think any of these are new. So you kind of have to know the names of them. Unless you can do like Shadowlands. Okay, there's only like 2 that show up. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be more. You just gotta know them by name though. I don't know them by name. Yeah, none of this I knew. I know there's a new Vicious mount, which is a PvP mount for Alliance and Horde. This one, it's a War Spider. It looks a little funky because I'm not actually sitting on it, but yeah. They'll adjust, they'll adjust. It's a little buggy looking. Like, this is supposed to look like this, but here. The spider moves and it just stands still. That's a little weird. Even the spider's like, huh, what's going on? Yeah, no, at least I knew. Yeah. I don't really know my mounts all that well, to be honest. I'm not really a mount guy. So, but you have to know what the new mounts are. This is from the game shop. Although this one fits the whole Shadowlands thing, honestly. It's like a Kyrian mount. I'm surprised we don't have this as Drakes flying around in Bastion. Honestly, because they fit super well into it. This is the alpha test. Yep, this is alpha. You should Shadow Plays, but chance we shot some Shadow Plays gameplay yesterday. You might be able to find the stream from on the channel somewhere. If you go to like live videos and live streams, all of them are recorded and saved. But I'll make a video on Priest separately in the future. Wait, what's up in Kyrian? No, Kyrian doesn't bring up anything. Maldraxxus Chimera. There is a Chimera. That looks pretty cool, I think. Does it have one of the Fae something? F-A-E, right? F-E-A? No. Revendreth? Maybe? Nope. Yeah, so they have some new mounts, but you have to know them by name in order to be able to plug them in. How does Shadow Plays feel? Feels interesting. It's, they gave him one extra ability as a baseline, but I feel like for PvP it's going to be interesting. They don't feel bad. That's the one spec that doesn't feel so terrible as a caster with a low amount of haste. Have I had time to look into Demon Hunters? Yes, it's only 2 specs, so it's pretty easy to look into it. I'll probably make it as a video for tomorrow or something, maybe. No, tomorrow morning is going to be a Paladin video, but I might work in Demon Hunter video tomorrow. I feel like that one is going to be really easy to get together, just because so little specs to play with. But yeah, actually pretty good. Okay, boys, I'm gonna call it here. Actually, I'm gonna call it here, boys. I gotta get some food, dude. I'm at a state where I gotta get some food. I woke up early, try to go get a haircut, but everything's closed. I probably should have known, but yeah. So didn't get a haircut. Food was closed too, so I had to wait until food later. I got flipped off while driving back home. Fucking weird. Yeah. So I had I'm a little sleepy. I woke up a little earlier than usual. So, let me go. I'm gonna get some food and then prep for the raid tonight with the boys. Hopefully we'll get close to Mazoth. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming by. I think tomorrow we'll do more Shadowlands stuff. We have more classes to take a look at. But I need to kind of get the Shadowlands video going for tomorrow. Kind of ASAP, hopefully. But yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate all of you. I'll see all of you boys next streamer. Alrighty, boys? Alright, peace.